And we're live for the ATRL after party. I figured I'd go live before everybody could get here so that nobody was waiting. Just waiting for everybody to show up. Alpha's ending the live, and we're live here waiting for everyone to show up for the after party. Welcome to the 4 viewers to the ATRL after party. Happy 4th of July. Like I said, we're just waiting for everybody to show up after Alpha shuts it down over there on Twitch. His links are in the description for Twitch and YouTube, as well as the charity that he is affiliated with, which is called Stack Up. It helps veterans that are going through stuff. So feel free to donate to the charity. Don't have to, but I know it's appreciated. No, he lost one, waiting for everybody to get here. Now make sure to type in the chat also so that we know you're here and have engagement. We also will chat with, we'll take, comments from the chat as well as have a panel up here. I can only do 5 people at a time, so what
I'm always the first.
up? What up, JJV?
What up, Jason?
Welcome to our 5 viewers that are watching to the HRL after party. Alphatyler is shutting down his live, and he will be here shortly. Probably has to go pee and or poop.
Right. That was a good one, though.
Mm-hmm. Always fun on Thursday nights with Alpha.
Yeah. I want next Thursday I'll have to request it, but there's a song I think I showed him like months and months ago.
Mm-hmm.
Just the chorus, because I think I showed him a girl who like duetted basically she just like sang a melody with the guy who sings it. But it was just the chorus, and he like made a full song because he posted it on TikTok.
Cool.
And like that's when the girl it got big after the girl like duetted it or whatever. But he made a song, and it's called Chronically Cautious, and it's about like having like ADHD and anxiety and stuff, and just like so good. Oh my gosh, it literally just it like embodies everything that I feel every day, and it's so good, and it's more like upbeat. It's not like slow.
Yeah, I got you.
More of a vibe.
Yeah,
but it hits you because you're like, oh shit, okay.
I feel you. I cannot completely empathize with people with anxiety or ADHD because I don't think I have that, but I do sympathize and understand depression.
Yeah.
A lot more because I deal with that on a regular.
Yeah, and I'm sure like there's parts of it that you can also relate to. Like, I think part
Probably.
of the lyrics are it starts with like I'm trying to think. Let me look them up actually.
Not that big of a deal.
Well, I mean, I'm now that it's stuck in my head, I gotta. I know the chorus part.
Mm-hmm. Hi, Jiminy.
Hello.
Damn, Jim.
Hello.
Hello. Like I said, we're just waiting on the man of the hour.
Damn it.
And welcome to our 6 viewers. please make sure to be typing in chat so we know who you are and what you're doing.
Yeah.
What if
So
they
We
don't wanna?
appreciate y'all.
the lyrics go, which I'm not gonna sing it because reasons. Anyways, but it goes like, I gamble and beg for the smallest part. I know it's not enough to change what's been going on, but it's all I've got. I misjudge and switch up from target to target, miscalculate what it is that I wanted. Swimming in circles in search of substance, in shallow waters that give me nothing. How can optimists be cynical?
Mm-hmm.
And then the chorus is, so if I'm honest, I think I'm beginning to question how much I want this overloaded serial stressor. I'm sitting nauseous, panic on a loop in my head. I'm chronically cautious. How can I get off this? To keep it simple, I think I've been willingly following every impulse, picturing a future, then tossing it out the window. Suffocate the fire I started right when it kindles, passionate but fickle. And then the next verse is, the source of my serotonin is only digital because my reality's fading. I guess that's typical. Can't switch back. It's mismatched in dopamine. Get whiplash. It hits fast, controlling me. Swerving in silence, I'm all alone. In traffic, I'm trapped in. I can't find home. I'm an optimist who's cynical, and that's fucking miserable. And then it goes to the chorus again. And it's such
Yeah.
like, oh my gosh, it's just so,
This is
it
why I love
hits me.
poetry.
Yeah, it's like, it's wild.
I love poetry so much.
Well, it's a song, but
Alpha's taking a piss and running to the truck real quick. He'll be here in a second. Heather says hashtag balls. I'm not blindside. I'm not pinning that because we got the link pinned. And Alpha says, bro, mine are so huge. Jason says Alpha with that beta bladder.
freaking
Alpha Ash rapping now.
Ash rapping now. Yeah, I totally am.
Yo,
Jason
let
says
me
Ash has bars.
Yep.
let me just go sample whatever Ash like said.
And put it on a beat.
I'll put it on a beat.
Right?
Put it on a beat.
But it's so like, it's so good. Like,
Yeah. The funny thing you say that, Jim, because I was in a different Discord at one time with Daniel Armstrong, and we all know how he likes to mumble shit. And somebody took one of his mumbling rants and put it to a beat, and we kept joking that we were gonna put it out and make him the best mumble rapper ever.
You're gonna make millions.
Mm-hmm.
Get a record deal.
Okay, but you did piss throughout that 6 hours. It's not like you didn't go piss. I think you have like a problem. Like your bladder's just really small.
He just drinks a lot during stream. That's why.
Well, that's true. I guess. Jiminator,
Jason
why
says,
are you?
"Stop crying like a beta man, Alpha."
Jiminator's over here. I just checked my Discord and Jiminator texted me. He's like, just ignore Tech. He's drunk. And I'm like, yeah, I know. I'm poking the bear, guys.
Yeah,
I was wondering what was going on there.
Well,
and
my
if
thing is,
that
like, I
was
don't think
him,
that
he
was
was
all
just.
Tech.
And if it was him, he was just drunk, trying to get rise and out of people. It's like he is. He thinks he's joking, but some people take it too serious, and he doesn't care.
Oh, I wasn't taking it serious. I was just like, yeah, okay, I'm a hoe. Like, the irony of that statement is
right.
just funny.
And that's why he does it, is because when he knows the irony of it, he does it even more.
Yeah. And then he just passed out, I'm sure. He just dipped.
Oh, no. Actually, I think Heather had timed him out, and he probably went and laid down afterwards.
Oh, I'm dead. That's funny. Good on
But
you,
I'm
Heather.
not positive. I don't know for sure.
Good for Heather. Piper! I gambled back for the smallest part. I know it's not enough to change what's been going on.
Yeah, Alpha said he pissed once an hour during that 6-hour live.
Trying to think.
Apparently, Alpha, because she had said in the chat that she got tired of hearing him
Dead.
be
Everybody got tired of
disrespectful and
hearing
shit.
him.
Yeah. Ah, okay.
Oh, okay.
Not
damn.
timed out, but blocked. So
Heather went right for the neck. Right for the
Yeah,
throat.
I mute him when we're on Discord, so like a lot of times I don't even know he's talking.
that's funny.
And then there's like someone will be talking to him and he'll respond, and so I'm like, why are you just talking to yourself? And I'm like, oh yeah, tech is muted. So I only get like one side of the conversation, but that's usually all I need.
Man, you really mute tech though?
Yeah, hell yeah, I do. He's freaking stupid.
No, most of the time he's pretty cool.
He's always a dick to me.
Okay, Tyler. He said no. I said I pissed once during that stream, and it occurred 1 hour into the stream, not once an hour. Okay.
No, because you
Understood.
just went piss like an hour ago. Because you did Stream Raiders and then you left. You fucking liar, Alpha. Howdy. What up, Domi?
What up,
Domier?
Dragon?
What up,
Hey, Alley Cat.
Domier? Hope.
What
Yeah.
up, Alley Cat?
Technically, none of us have been to sleep yet, so it's still the 4th of July for us.
I mean, usually 4th of July celebrations run into like 5 a.m. where I'm from. I pissed one time actually. Run it back.
I never had
What is
that
Jake gonna
Twitch
go
mob
live?
power.
Live right now.
Welcome to our 10 viewers. This is the ATRL after party. As soon as Alpha's done with what he's got to do, he's going to be here.
Come on, bro. You're hosting the after party. It's all about you,
No.
bro.
Well, I know, but still.
Yeah, there wouldn't be an after party without Jay.
Actually, I'm sure there would probably be an after party without me. It's just I'm the one that's hosting it right now. So
Yep,
whatever. You're such a fucking liar.
It's Jay's best idea.
You're such a liar.
I appreciate that, Jimmy.
My mom texts me. She goes, "Is Jay gonna go live?" And I'm like, "Mom, he's been live for like 10 minutes."
12, yeah.
I was like, "Yeah, he's live right now."
Same, Dragon, same.
I love my country. I know, right? Jiminator wishes he was here.
I know, right?
I made Jiminator an overlay that says Jiminator, but it's like the American flag and the Canadian flag overlaid. So it's like one flag.
Canada wants to be so bad that they have their national holiday like right before ours.
That's why it's fuck Canada. But I kind of love Canada at the same time.
Man of the hour
Canada's
has taken
alright. Y'all
his
have
farm, pal.
do we have
Do we have?
Tim Hortons in America?
I don't think so. If we do, it's near the border.
There's a couple in like Michigan,
Bro, I
like the most
freaking
northern.
You better not be taking your final bow right now, Alpha, and not coming up here.
Yeah, you better get your ass in.
This is the ATRL after
Garden
party.
gnome
It's not the
looking ass.
ATRL after party without you.
Garden gnome looking ass.
He
I'm never getting over that.
is not that short, y'all.
Oh, okay. He's
short,
scaled
but he's
up.
not that short.
How tall is he? Like 5'9"?
Tyler's not very short. I mean, I'm taller than him, but
How tall are you?
like exactly 6 feet.
Damn, you're short, Tyler.
Tyler's like 5'9", 5'10".
Oh my
I
gosh.
want to say.
I'm that height. We are the same height, Alpha.
Yeah, Heather asked, "Would you love Canada without poutine, Jim?"
You didn't spell it right. That's a crime against.
I know, that's what I was
Canada.
saying. I was like,
But,
that's not how you spell poutine.
Yeah, absolutely. I would like. I'd love Canada without poutine. Like,
Yeah,
Dragon,
one of my
Dragon says he's going to
friends-
Google whether there's a Tim Hortons anywhere in the U.S. and if there's one near Wisconsin, he's going there.
like I love Canada, but like it's the law and the like the leaders and all the fucking political bullshit that Canada has. Yeah, that's
Hello,
what
wolves.
that's what I hate about Canada.
Yes,
Yes,
you
I
want to
am a
answer,
lady.
Alpha?
I'm a giant. I'm so much taller than like. Damned phone. Hello. Yes, I'm pretty tall.
Yeah, Alpha says that I'm freakishly tall because I'm 6'4".
Damn.
Don't
Don't do it.
do it. You're better than
No,
that,
but
Dragon.
I love the Timbits, man. Oh my gosh, one of my friends
Oh,
brought me
Timbits are so good.
Timbits. Oh, fucking God. They're so good. Do you like the regular ones or the chocolate ones?
I like all Timbits.
Same.
You really asking a Canadian?
Yes, I am.
Like, oh
Aren't they
wow.
just donut holes?
No,
Yeah, essentially.
no. Well, kind of,
Don't
but
lie. They basically are, but they're so much better.
but do not understate how good. They are.
Yeah, like it's just
I mean,
aren't they just donut holes? No,
Or-
like they are, but they're not.
They are the donut holes.
Yeah. They're Timbits. They're not donut holes, they're Timbits. And they're so fucking good. Oh my gosh,
I mean,
especially when they're
Krispy
like
Kreme has the
warm.
best donuts ever, though.
Nope.
No, when they're like
You're-
warm. Ooh.
But it also Tim Hortons doesn't have the best donuts, but neither does Krispy Kreme.
Oh, Krispy
Yeah.
Kreme definitely has the best donuts,
When
other
the
than
red
maybe
light
a
is
mom
on,
and
they
pop
do.
place.
Well, they have the best donuts of a chain.
Yes, mom and pop
That's what I
places
mean.
usually have the best donuts. Like we got a place
Yeah.
here
And
called
it's usually run by
Tato Nut.
like some like Asian person. Like, have y'all noticed that?
No,
Like all of like
here it's
these.
just an old lady,
Oh,
old
here
white lady.
it's in Texas. All of the like small town donut shops are run by like Asians, but they're so good.
And here is the man of the hour.
What's up, queers?
What up, queer?
Not Spencer, but Alphatyler.
You overgrown giant ass garden gnome.
I mean, just saying. I'm just saying.
It's not a bad thing.
Dragon ass aren't Timbits just a shitty version of Dunkin' Donuts donut holes?
No, they're so much better.
No, I love garden gnomes, so I don't like that. That doesn't bother me. The only
See,
don't-
Heather. See, sorry. He's
Huh?
flashing the stuff on the thing, so I'm reading all of the comments.
Asians
Mhm.
too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like here in
Donut shops, the mom and pop donut
shops
shop.
here in
Oh,
Texas, like in
no.
small town Texas, like the little small town ones are usually run by Asians.
100% around here, and around here also includes where Heather lives. It's all Asians that run
See?
small donut
I'm
shops.
telling you, it's wild.
See, here we've got a really good mom and pop place that's run by an elderly white couple called
Yeah.
Tato Nut, and they're the best donuts ever.
Well, most
See-
of ours are ran by Asians, and they're all called King Donut or Master Donut.
No, here it's a play. Like all of them are a play on the town's mascot. So like in Sweetwater,
nice.
it's Mustang Donuts. In I think in Snyder, it's Tiger Donuts. In Spur,
I've been
I
to
don't know what it is
Spur.
in Spur. I don't think
Spurs
it's
Donuts.
Bulldog. I don't think it's Bulldog Donuts, but it's something to do with. Usually, it's something to do with the town.
How close do you live to Lubbock?
Right now, I'm about like an hour out.
Okay,
Yeah.
Cool.
so like an hour, like Sweetwater's
No,
not an
Sweetwater's
hour
like about I'm about 2 hours from, or an hour and a half from Sweetwater. An hour if I speed with
out.
you.
So you're like an hour in the opposite direction. So you're not like out with all the windmill farms and shit like that.
Yes. Well, Sweetwater is the windmill farms.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. So
Yeah.
you're like, if I'm coming from Sweetwater going through the windmill farms, then like I pass
I'm
up
out
Lubbock
west.
to get to where you're at.
I'm west of.
Listen, that whole place needs to be nuked. Y'all need no offense. Like I hope you get out of it before it happens, but like y'all need to fucking Like you need some craters to give y'all some mountain ranges or
No,
something.
we
'cause-
do. We have a
no.
lot of like hills and stuff.
No, the fuck you do. Listen, no.
all
You just
I
gotta go through the
remember of
back
Texas
roads.
was it being flatlands.
Listen,
You gotta go through the back roads.
I had a panic attack driving through that shit. Okay,
Why? Because you don't like seeing the horizon.
I don't
Hi,
like
miles
fireman.
and
I don't
miles.
like any part of just everything being that flat and the fucking War of the Worlds fucking turnstiles constantly turning to get wind energy and shit like that. I
Yeah.
literally had a panic attack, dog.
Really?
I'm driving through this shit coming out of Sweetwater heading to Lubbock,
Uh-huh.
and I had to fucking stare at the road like a foot in front of the car to ignore everything that was going on around me because I was freaking the fuck out. I'm like, I cannot look up. I cannot look up. I cannot just see all this shit.
Yeah, I don't mind the flatlands, but I like
love
where
it.
I
I
live
love
because it's got the hills and everything.
I love
Fuck-
being able to
fuck
see
all
out
that shit.
through the horizon and just for miles and miles. I love the openness.
Not me, man. I like mountains. I like mountains and real hills, not
Yes.
what you call a hill.
I agree.
No, like over
I also
like
enjoy being able to, be a block and a half off the beach and go down and sit on the beach if I want.
going I will say this, Tyler, going like the back road, not like through the like not on the interstate, but doing like the back way from Sweetwater to Abilene, there are like actual like hills, trees.
Yeah, little cuts.
No,
of-
I'm talking like
yeah. No,
big ass.
Yeah, you
I've
have to
seen
see
what
where
you're
Alpha
talking
lives. He's literally on the side of a mountain.
I live in the mountains. Okay, I don't like
Okay,
that
well,
shit.
good for you. I didn't say
I
it was
like
a
that
mountain.
flat
I
shit.
said hills.
I don't like that flat shit. Y'all too flat. Like that shit, honestly. Like I said, like I can deal with having no fucking mountains and hills and shit going on, but what I cannot deal with when that shit is flat enough that you can have a whole fucking windmill farm just going nonstop, that shit starts triggering the fuck out of me.
Yeah.
And
Why?
I don't know. Okay.
You have like an irrational fear of windmills.
No,
No,
not
it was
knowledge.
flatland.
So Ontario is like 66% like forested. Like I have to have woods and hills around me, or else I don't like the flatness.
Dude,
Manitoba in Canada is like completely flat. You can see for miles, and I hate
Yeah,
that.
that's West Texas for you.
I started having fucking
Yeah.
panic attacks.
Literally,
I-
Gary
I'll-
P. Nunn says, "You ask me what I like about Texas, I tell you it's the wide open spaces."
What?
Gary P. Nunn, his song "What I Like About Texas," he just lists a whole bunch of shit about Texas and
You know
what
what
he
I
loves
like
about
about
it.
Texas?
Your mom.
Not a whole lot.
Alpha
Why?
likes his
That's
roads
rude.
like he
You know
likes,
what I like
likes
about
his
Kentucky?
women.
Fucking nothing.
Alpha likes his roads like he likes his women. Curvy and bumpy.
Yeah, well, you'll get that here in Texas. Lots of curves and lots of bumps.
I mean, I can do without the bumps. Like curvy.
Bumps as in hills.
Curvy.
Mountains.
Yes, though.
Believe me, we have curves and bumps galore here. Especially in my town.
Yeah.
I'm talking, it'll wreck
What's
your
the-
fucking car if you
what's the
go
fucking-
over
there
5
was-
miles an hour.
There was a town out that way between Lubbock and Sweetwater. There was a town that I went through that was like the original Post. It's called Post.
It's Post.
Yeah.
It's like Post.
Never mind. I answered my question. Well, when the question was in my head, I was like, it was the original cornflake place, and then I remembered that cornflakes is owned by Post, and so while I was saying it, I said Post,
Yeah.
and then I was like, as soon as it came out of my mouth, I was like, oh, that was the town.
So the wild thing about Post is
It's
that
a shithole. Is the wild thing about it.
I know it is. But y'all know like Robert Pattinson, he played Edward in Twilight. It's a whole thing.
Is
But
he from there?
No, he's not from.
Oh.
He's from the UK. He's English.
Okay, I thought
But,
you were gonna tell me he was from there, and I was
No,
gonna
no,
be like,
no.
that's
What I'm
fucking.
saying, so like he was
What's up,
on
Victoria?
Ellen, and he was talking about like he was in Lubbock for something. Like for some reason he went to Lubbock, and I was like, what are you doing here? Like this is my stomping grounds. Like this is wild. But he had said he went through post, and he was like, and someone like cheered in the audience. He's like, oh, okay, like, because it's like middle of fucking nowhere. So like, how is someone, But anyways, and so he was like, it was really fucking creepy because they were playing Christmas music in the middle of July. And I'm like, yeah, that's post.
Bro, here's the
Christmas in
thing.
July.
Post actually, I'm thankful for that town because it actually saved my life. Okay,
Really?
I was having a fucking panic attack driving from Sweetwater, and that was the first break in the windmill farms.
Yeah. See, you went like the main, like you went the weird way. Like I'm talking about there's still a few like windmills like in between, probably like I think it's right past Rotan. There's like a very few. It's not nearly as much as, because I know what you're talking about. You're talking about the Roscoe windmill.
If I have any choice, I will never drive through there again. Okay,
well, I'm just saying, if you do have to,
I won't
go the back way.
Like, if I'm going
Don't
to
go on
Texas,
the
I'm
interstate.
flying.
No, I don't even want to fly. Like, here's the thing: it's not even Texas because I like San Antonio. I lived there for a little while.
Oh my god, words I never thought anybody would say.
San Antonio is fine. Like the San Antonio area is fine. I just don't want to drive through fucking just dude. It's so flat, man. Like
yeah,
so there goes my dreams of getting Alpha on the Unsubscribe podcast.
See, that's why I don't like going on the interstate, because the interstate is even more flat because they have to flatten everything for the interstate. But like you go the back way, like on, I think it's like highway.
Not in Alpha's neck of the woods. They don't flatten everything for a highway.
I'm talking about the interstate.
No. We don't
but
flatten it for the interstate either.
what is it called? Well, it's hard to flatten a mountain.
Right, but yeah, I've been to Alphas and been driving around Alphas while a passenger in cars, and there's like 100-foot drops and back up.
Like that's the same with Colorado. It's fucking scary.
No, it's only scary when you're following somebody driving like 95 miles an hour through winding roads.
See, that's what I love about Texas, though, is because it's so flat, you can just go flying at like 100 miles an hour, and you still have a state trooper pass you on the left.
This is what we do. Fuck.
I saw someone someone was asking, I think it was like an English person or something, of like, are the speed limits in America just like, suggestions? And the guy responded, he's like, it depends on where you're at. If you're in Texas, yes, it's a suggestion. If it's in Louisiana, no. State troopers
people in Louisiana use the speed limit as a suggestion too. It's just the cops usually pull over anybody with an out-of-state tag that's going the same speed.
Well, he was like, and our state troopers spawn from like behind billboards and shit. You gotta have your radar.
Oh no, Mississippi and Louisiana, they'll hide in a clearing of in a like an inlet of a forest.
Yeah. Well, they do that in
people
Texas
so they can
too.
pop
they just
out.
Don't give a shit here as much here.
Well, Alabama too.
Share my screen real quick, Jay.
Yeah. But I will say this: it depends on where you're at. Like what Alpha was talking about, like going through post. If you go through post, you go exactly the speed limit. You don't go 1 mile over, or they will pull your ass over.
This is how we flatten mountains where I live. We just kind of build the interstate straight through it,
Mm-hmm.
And like we blast it out for a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
It's funny because I've you wouldn't believe it, but we have stuff like this too.
No, you don't.
Yes, you do.
No, I've drove completely across Texas. Okay, you guys.
Well, yeah, like it's not gonna be on like the mains, but like we do, like going through back roads and shit. Like we have canyons and we have valleys and we have
back roads that nobody uses other than locals.
This is the interstate, Ashley.
That's what I'm talking about. Like the interstate in Texas is gonna be freaking pretty flat.
This is the interstate in Kentucky.
I know. That's what I'm saying. Like you're driving the interstate in Texas, and that's why you're bored as fuck.
Look at this shit. Hold
Well,
on.
GPS only gives you the interstates.
We'll get up here. We'll get up
No.
here. There's a hill up here where we drop pretty well.
Yep.
You can literally put on Google Maps, avoid interstates and highways.
Well, I don't want to take fucking 15 hours to drive.
You don't have to.
Exactly.
The back roads are the exact same speed limit as the interstate.
That's not true.
That is very true. At least where I'm at, it's 75. It's 75 miles an hour on the interstate and the highways. On
Your
the back roads.
highways are not 75 miles per
Yes,
hour.
they
That's
are.
fucking insane.
Yes, they are. Go
They're
look
65
at the.
usually.
Let me find
but
which
Texas might be different.
Let me find which highway it is. I think it's Highway 380, if I'm not mistaken. Pretty sure it's 70. I know it's coming into Spur. It's
Right
70.
here. Oh, it's on a thing. See, here's one of the hills. This is why I dropped it right here.
Yeah, I was right. It's Highway 380.
A pretty good drop right here coming up.
Mm-hmm.
Let me Google it. I'm gonna show y'all proof of this shit.
Like I said, when I rode in the car with people on Kentucky interstates and Tennessee for that matter, it felt like a fucking roller coaster.
Bro, Tennessee, the interstate in Tennessee, let me find the spot real quick. The interstate in Tennessee actually has like a 30-mile-per-hour curve.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I remember that one.
Hold up. Let's see. Back out. So it's down here. It's past Williamsburg. So, yeah. Look, right there. Even looking at it on a map.
Yeah, you got that big curve there. Yeah, I remember that.
It's a big
So
one.
you go into this shit, and it's like, and it's downhill. And it's
Mhm.
like, yeah, just fuck whatever you were planning on doing. You're gonna slow down for this shit.
Although I do think I drove with a couple of people that drove that pretty fast.
Well, okay, so this isn't the one that I was thinking of actually. That one's a pretty bad one though. But there's one that's a lot steeper at some
Was that
point.
a snake right beside the camera?
Maybe, probably. I don't know.
Damn, sure look.
You never know what Google's gonna find.
I don't know. There's some rough places on this stretch right here heading down to Knoxville.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm telling you, the highway that goes from Sweetwater, you go Sweetwater, Roby, then you hit Rotan,
Hi,
and
Inga.
then you keep going, and then you hit Claremont, and you turn at Claremont. All of that, except for when you go through Roby and Rotan, because they're small towns, so you got to go the speed limit, which is like 35. But once you get out of those, which it takes like 5 seconds to get out of those because they're so small, it's 75 miles an hour, and everybody goes 90. Like I don't think I've ever seen a cop on that road. Like sometimes I'll be going 100.
What kills me is people getting on the interstate and driving 5 miles under the speed limit. It just kills me.
Oh yeah, that pisses me off.
Look, sometimes people have car trouble, okay? I don't get mad at people going 5 miles under. What gets on my nerves is if they're in the left lane doing 20 miles under.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that happens a lot.
Absolutely.
What up, Inga?
What gets me is the freaking semis who want to go like 60 miles an hour and just stay in the left lane next to another freaking semi.
Oh, and they box you in, yeah.
Yes, it pisses me off.
To be fair, though, they don't always have a choice because a lot of times some jackass is like blocking them from getting over.
Yeah.
No, I mean like the ones who just like drive side by side.
Yeah, no, those are frustrating.
Also, one time I got cut off because a semi was getting mad about people passing him. I'm like, well, what do you mean? Like, it's not my fault. You can't go the speed limit. He was literally like driving in the middle of the lane to like prevent people from passing him.
You see Heather's comment, Alpha?
Mm-mm.
He says there's some near Chattanooga,
yeah,
Mount Eagle Mountain.
I hate that drive in general because like you're constantly looking off of a fucking bridge, basically, and I don't like bridges.
You hate Florida.
They may
hate Florida and Mobile then, because they got some long ass bridges.
Oh, I do.
But yeah, I'm telling you, Tyler, like it's the speed limit is 75.
And if
Dog,
you're
you
not
would
gonna
really
win
driving
this
on
argument, it's
the,
like me and Alpha arguing about humidity and where we live.
okay, the Mexican boy don't get to speak?
Nope.
Why is it a
Damn,
debate? I mean, I can literally
man.
pull up a picture of the freaking speed limit on Highway 380.
Oh, I'm not gonna argue with you. I mean, it might be, but that's one spot. Like you said, the highways have the same speed
I
limit.
didn't say
As,
I said this particular
you
highway
did. You said
because you were complaining
highways.
about going from
No,
Sweetwater to.
you said highways plural.
Well, yeah, a lot of highways do have the same.
See, you're
Not
doing it
everyone,
again.
because I haven't been on every single highway in Texas, but a lot of at least the ones that are around here in West Texas have the same speed limit.
The highway in Dallas sucks
Well, that's fucking
because
Dallas. That's not West
they're always
Texas.
working on it.
That's not West Texas.
Dallas does suck.
Dallas, I fucking hate Dallas. I refuse. I will literally go around it. I do go around it. I don't go through Dallas. Or
Right.
Fort Worth, for that matter. Fuck that. The one
That's
time that
what
I
the guy
did,
said.
I was literally white knuckling it all through, like for an hour, just driving through. I was so stressed. I've never been more stressed in my
Okay.
life.
What'd you say, Jason? We'll let you
Nah.
speak now.
Oh, well, thank you. I'm glad that the speaking stick now. But I just want to say congratulations to Jay for actually coming out to being an open racist.
Fuck
Not
you.
letting the Mexican boy speak.
Jesus. Who let the Mexican in? I'm dead.
Yeah, I'm not racist. I'll let you speak.
Yeah, I have to have permission first, though. Which
Only
is
with
Hey, that's just being polite.
Only with his permission, though.
what'd you say?
I said only with his permission, though.
As the way it should be.
Exactly. Thank you.
It's the way it should be.
Well, I mean, if I let you speak, you're just gonna keep speaking. So that's why I waited for a few.
That is so not true. I'm like really like the quietest one up on panel and in the
No,
voice
I don't
chat.
believe that.
Okay.
I mean, actually, so far, actually, you're the one who's talking the most out of all of us. So I wouldn't speak.
That's true.
Yeah, well, I get it from my mother, so fuck off.
She get it from her mom.
That's what my wife says about her ass.
She gets her ass from her mom?
Yeah. Because her mom's got a
Most
big
women
old fat ass, too.
That's wild.
That's why there's a song made about it. You get it from a mama, like Jason said.
Yes, that's
Take
a classic
what your mama
song.
gave you.
You ain't artsier than me.
You ain't artsier than me.
Man,
Of
the
course,
other night, me and Bubba Yim Yim.
you ain't nazier than me.
I gotta say, the other night, me and Bubba Yum Yum, we were vibing.
Oh, that was fun.
That was a lot of fun. We had a little watch session of some TV shows.
Y'all gay.
Yep.
And you got a big bladder, so shut up.
I showed him 2 episodes of
Yeah, I
Friday
pissed
Night
once
Lights,
in
and
6
he showed
hours.
me 2 episodes of Shoresy.
All I know is that, see, life has now taught me something new. Life has taught me that there are 3 things that are for certain: taxes, death, and Alphatyler beta bladder.
I mean,
Yeah.
I pissed once in 6 hours. I drink a lot.
No, you did not. Go back and check.
I mean, go back and watch.
I will.
Yeah, I feel like you guys are overblowing the amount of history here. I think I'm allowed to take 1 piss in 6 hours.
No.
No, you know me. I love giving you shit because I love you. You're the Brody.
I've got somebody coming up. I'm not sure if it's who they say they are, but I'm gonna be quick if it's not.
Who they say they are?
They say they're taters.
Tater.
It is my mom.
Who else would try to be Tater?
She came in with a
Well,
cough. It's her.
Okay, just making sure.
Okay, Mom, settle this debate. The back way, not going through through posts and stuff, going to Lubbock, but going from Sweetwater to Spur. like going through Claremont
All
and
of
stuff. The
that, I don't
highway
know.
is
I haven't been
75.
back in a while, but all of that is 75 miles an hour.
Mm.
And then you hit a
Okay.
town and then it's usually 45. The
So
only place that I know that's 85 is I-10
that
from El
wasn't
Paso to Houston.
No, he
that,
was saying
no,
that he
that
didn't want to take the back
the
roads.
argument. That wasn't the argument I made at all. Exactly what I was arguing against was that Ash said that all of the
I did not say
no,
all.
you definitely did.
You
or I
said
wouldn't
you
have
said
argued.
mostly all.
So Ash said that the highways were the same speed as the interstate, and I said that's absolutely ridiculous, and that is not true.
There you go.
No, it's pretty
It's
much
pretty true.
75. Yeah, 75 miles an
Fucking
hour
told
on the
you.
farm market roads.
There may be one or two, but they are
No.
not the majority of the highways.
Yeah,
Yes.
they are.
I'm
Yes,
telling you,
they
the
are.
highways.
Unless they're just right outside of town. But if you're getting, like, even from Spur to Dickens, back there is 75 miles an hour.
Right, that's still a highway.
No, it's different highways.
Well, no, there's
You have
farm
to
market
turn it.
roads, there's highways, and there's interstates. The only interstate,
Hi, Victoria.
I-10 from
Right.
El Paso to Houston allows 85. Everywhere else on
Right.
I-40, everything is 75 miles an hour.
Now there are bits and pieces
But-
of those highways, like around corners and bends,
but
where that goes down to like
you're
65
saying-
or 55.
You're saying like I-40. I-40 is still an interstate, though.
Yeah, and
but
it's
that's only
75 miles an hour.
75. But I'm also
Yes,
saying
interstates
that
are
the
going to be
farm
75
Highway
miles.
Yes,
70.
and the highways here in Texas are also 75 miles an hour.
Yes.
Some of them may be
No,
100%, but it is not
majority
the
of them.
majority.
At least the ones here in West Texas are.
Yeah,
All the ones that
I
I've
mean,
been
I'm
on.
not going to
that
say
had-
really down by Dallas and stuff like that because it's way more populated. But in West Texas, yes, our
Yeah.
farm market roads are 75
No,
miles an hour.
that's fine. Like I said, my argument was that all the highways in Texas are not 75 miles per hour. I'm not going to argue against.
Well, I'm not
the
going to
fact
say
that
all
they-
of them, but majority of
would
them.
be going through because, like, Highway 70 goes through Spur. No, when you go through Spur, you cannot go 75 miles an hour.
That's what I'm
There we
saying.
go.
Like, you
But
hit
if you get
towns.
2 miles outside of Spur, you can go 75 miles an hour
Yeah.
until you hit Dickens, which is
and
2
that
miles
and that's fine.
outside.
That's not the argument that I was going against, though. Again, I'm not going to argue a point that I
Yes,
didn't make.
that's exactly right, Heather. Because I said, well, if you hate the flatness, you can take the back roads.
Yes, and
Yeah,
I
the
said
back
I
roads
don't.
are
And he
I
much
said,
faster.
I didn't want to take. I
I
didn't want
said
to
I
drive 20.
don't want to drive 15 hours to get to the next town. You're exactly right. That
Yeah,
is what
and
I
then
said.
I said you don't have to because it's the same speed as the interstate.
I said all the highways aren't the same speed. Again, all the highways was what I said. All the highways.
Right. All the highways are correct. They're not the same speed because when you get on the back roads, you will be going through a town where you will have to slow down from 50, 75 to
go.
55 to 45 to maybe 30. And then you go back up and
But it
they
takes
may
you like
be,
5 seconds to get through those towns.
because like from Spur to Lubbock is 75 miles. If you go on the Dickens Highway, you're going to go every every 25 to 30 miles. You're going to go through Crosbyton, Lorenzo,
Mm-hmm.
Idalou, or Rawls, Lorenzo, Idalou to Lubbock.
Mm-hmm.
And so you're going to have to slow down
For 5
when
seconds.
you hit those.
Yeah.
And then you're right back to 75 miles an hour.
Yeah.
So yes, it takes you longer because
This has
you're having to
spiraled
go below 75.
Well, this spiraled into a point that I was not trying to make.
Okay.
I was
well,
about to say this is some riveting talk about Texas highway.
I know.
I mean, again, my point was the speed limit is not the same as the interstate through all the highways in Texas.
But even with the interstate, you have to when you're going through like Weatherford on the interstate, you have to slow down to like 55.
Yeah,
So
sure.
Same
even
with
on
Abilene.
the interstate,
I mean,
it's not as
that's
straight
fine.
as 75.
But again,
It's the
that's
same
not
with
the point
Abilene
that I
with
was
I-20.
making. Like, again, you can keep taking the argument in different directions that I didn't make all that you guys want to. It's still
I
not what
wasn't
I
here to
said.
make the argument, so I'm just saying that. I mean, even on the interstate, you're not at a constant speed. So, I'm
Hi,
not really
Mandy.
sure.
Hi, Victoria. Hi, Inga. If
I'm
I
just
haven't
like
said hi to
confused
y'all.
about like what the
Hi,
argument
Mandy.
is.
Hi, Inga.
Well, I don't know why you're confused. Heather typed it a minute ago. Jay had it highlighted. It's in the chat.
Yeah, that's what I said. It wouldn't take longer to
No,
take the back roads.
But-
You
Yeah.
said it would, and I said no, it
Actually, I
wouldn't.
will have to say that there are times, depending on where you're going in Texas, that taking the back roads will be quicker than if you go on the interstate just because
You want to know why?
you can cut off some miles. You get what I'm
Also,
saying?
you can
So,
go like 100 miles an hour and not see a single state trooper.
but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Anyways,
Not the
How
point,
is
though.
everybody
that's
feeling?
why I like
Right.
the back roads because there's
Like,
no cops.
again,
I'm
not
not
the
in
point that
Texas,
I
so
was
it doesn't
making.
matter.
Wasn't the conversation that I was having with it.
What?
It wasn't
There,
this. It wasn't in any way
Well,
part
he's
of the
upset
context.
because he hates how
no, when you
flat West
say that
Texas
there's
is.
no cops, a lot of back roads is a lot of speed traps. You can see a Smoky or a fucking or a state
I'm
trooper.
just
These
saying
people,
the
but
amount of
yeah,
times that
back
I have
roads.
driven back and forth, which has been a lot the last few freaking months, I have not seen a single cop. Yet I
Okay,
get on the
then.
interstate and I get freaking state troopers going 90 beside me.
This
Okay,
conversation
all
is
I'm
making
saying
my eye
is one of
twitch.
these days between Snyder and
I
Spur, you're
know,
gonna
Alpha. I
get
know.
pegged if you go too fast. I'm just letting you know.
I'm sure, yeah.
Let's change the subject.
Anyways,
I
This is
mean,
ATRL, not Highway
it's
101.
it's been a riveting conversation about the highways in West Texas. However, my original point was
that he hates
Oh
West
no.
Texas.
when I put into my GPS something, I just take the route that it takes me, and I never want to drive through West Texas again.
Although he said that post
Because of all the
saved his
flatland.
life because it was the first time he hit something without windmills.
Yes, yes, it did.
And then I was telling him about how they play Christmas music in the middle of July.
Well, Christmas in July is a thing in a lot of places, though. Like that's
Yeah.
the thing.
I know, but it was just funny because like Robert Pattinson was like, it's fucking weird. Like it was like not like he said when he drove through that it was completely dead, like a ghost town, which like yeah, that's post. Except now that they have the highway going through it and stuff, like it's a lot busier. But he's like, it's completely dead, and it was really creepy and eerie because there was just Christmas music playing throughout the town, and he didn't have any context of it.
Oh, dude, I can actually feel that.
Yeah, like he was just like, this is fucking weird. I was like, why are you even going to Lubbock in the
Like,
first place? Like
that
that's
has to be
not.
the set of like a
Am
horror
I
movie.
crazy? Was there not a channel on TV like ABC or something in the 90s that did Christmas in July specials with the claymation movies and everything?
Yes,
Oh,
Possibly.
honey,
I
and let me
remember it.
tell you, Hallmark and all that shit right now, you bet they got all kinds of July, Christmas, fucking love me, all the
Chris, yeah,
sappy shit
so
because,
Christmas in July has been a thing, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
oh,
yeah.
yes.
I
But it's
remember
just
that,
it was
Alpha.
freaking him out that like a random tiny town in
Can we
No,
get
I,
off
Texas.
this?
I get that. I get where you're coming from with that,
Yeah.
with what he was saying. But like the thing is, I've always thought that like
Jesus.
Christmas in July was always a thing.
Well, it might be something
Claus is
here,
a
but
bad
not.
bitch.
I mean, again, remember he's from England, so it's probably I don't know if it's a thing over there.
I don't either.
I don't care
But
what
I
the
want to say
sparkly
that they
vampire says
did.
anyway.
Oh, sorry, Jay.
Are you
It's-
calling British people sparkling vampires?
No,
No,
plays
Robert
a sparkly
Pattinson,
vampire.
You
Oh,
got
Although
your
because he was in
computer right
Twilight.
there. Google it.
it's
Wasn't
funny
there
because
was Christmas in July claymations, wasn't there?
Santa Claus suck my balls.
here and I. Well, because you're naughty, and he only gives presents to nice boys and girls. Yeah, who like?
Jesus.
Has anybody realized how creepy it is? Like,
creepy
are we
what is?
For what?
aware of how creepy Santa is? Like,
Well,
he sees you
I'm
when
aware
he's
of,
sleeping. When you're
I'm-
sleeping,
I'm sorry to break this to you, Ash, but I'm aware of how not real he is.
I get that, but I'm saying like the legend and like the story of Santa Claus that we tell our children
I didn't
is
tell my
like
child that lie.
Well, I'm saying we as a society, not we individuals. Anyways, God, you're so
I think
pedantic.
that's, I mean, because you can ask
This
Ashley,
is what
I
it's like
never
talking to
really,
me.
I mean, there was Santa, but I never
We
played
always knew it was
into,
mom and dad.
Bro, I'm gonna tell you. I'm
Yeah.
gonna tell you two things. When I had a kid, I was like, "The fuck, I'm gonna give this credit to an imaginary fat man for buying the
That's
thing
going to
that
be.
I fucking got my
Well, I
kid."
feel like the whole
But
thing with
and what was
Santa is
really
more.
funny is Santa was played by our pastor so many times, our preacher. So
Oh
when he would go
no.
to school or anywhere dressed up, everybody, because we live in a very fucking small town, everybody
Tiny
knew it was
town.
him. So it was not even like, I
well,
mean, it,
Well, I think it was more of like, I mean, it's the same of, I feel like Santa is like the non-Christian version of things, of like, it's the
well,
gift of giving,
that's
like it's the spirit of
well,
giving.
that's what I was about to say. Here's the thing: to me, like Jesus is magical enough. Like I don't need a fat man in a red suit. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, he's
Like,
based on the legend of Saint Nicholas, of he would go around giving to the pot, like
yeah,
the children in need and stuff.
I get all
So
that.
like that's, and then it just kind of blew out of proportion of this like fat old guy in a red
No,
suit,
I get all that, but what I'm saying is like to me, when M was a baby and we were thinking about, okay, do we like pretend Santa Claus is real or anything like that? The answer was no, because Christmas is just as magical without pretending that Santa Claus is real.
exactly.
Well,
Like,
yeah.
it really is.
I don't feel
And
like
it's like,
people are doing,
Jesus' birthday and all.
me personally, I don't feel like people are doing Santa for the magic. I think it's, again, like just the spirit of giving, of like,
then why do
like
we
it's,
lie? Why do we only lie to kids about it then?
well, I don't think we do. I mean, we do Secret Santa at like work as adults and stuff. It's more of just like giving
But
a gift, because like without the
sure,
expectation of
but
giving
we all
things.
know that Santa Claus is not bringing those gifts, and that's what
Yeah,
I'm
Well,
but with
saying.
a
yes, that's why
Secret
it's just
Santa,
Secret
you're
Santa.
giving, but with Secret Santa, everybody's getting something. I mean, yeah,
Yeah,
you're giving, but you're also getting
Well,
something
yeah,
too.
I get that, but
Well, the whole
what
story
I'm
with
saying is
Santa
that like
Claus
it's a
is to
thing
go
of
ahead and
giving a gift without the expectation of a thank you.
well, the whole idea of Santa Claus is to teach children that you need to be good throughout the year to get the gifts at Christmas. At least that's the way it's taught to children. Is it's a
I
prize
guess.
for being good throughout the year,
Yeah.
I personally
basically.
see it as like a story, like of taking it back to the story of giving in the spirit of giving. Like a lot of people, like, oh, like you give a gift and I get a gift, and like stuff like that, like we exchange gifts, but it's like giving someone a gift without the expectation of getting
then
anything in return,
so then why is he making a list and checking it twice? Like,
to make
To
sure
find
that
out
it's
who's
Yeah,
naughty or
whatever. I
exactly
nice.
don't
like
fucking
that.
know. Like, only the nice boys and girls get to have a gift. I don't know, get a reward for being
Well, I
good.
mean, I
Like it's the
like the
same
whole
reason of,
concept
if
of
you
it.
get good like the way my parents said, if you get good grades, you get a reward, and if you don't, then you don't. Like it's an incentive to be
I
good.
refuse to applaud a fish for swimming. I'm sorry.
Well, you know what I
So,
mean.
What Jason say?
I don't
Nothing.
know. What did I say?
I don't know. Everybody was talking over you. I was trying to get you in there.
I didn't hear him talk.
No,
I
I
didn't
was
hear him
gonna
talk
say
at all.
that. Well, I was just gonna say that Ashley was right about Santa being a creepy weirdo, but she done cut me off.
Well,
Right.
I'm just saying, I'm sorry, I didn't hear you. Like, when you talk with me and my mom in the same thing, you gotta freaking talk. You can't just like say one
Uh,
word.
well, yeah, I could if y'all just give me a damn second. Damn.
I'm just saying, just keep talking over
well,
people.
No,
People will listen.
hey,
I
no.
was
He
gonna
needs
say
Jay's
that
permission first.
I like
No.
to
I just
We
try
can't
to
Christmas.
all raise our
get
hands.
people to actually have their chances, Jiminator.
Hey, technically,
I
Jim,
know.
I think you need Jay's permission too, Snow Mexican.
Hey, yes, absolutely.
Yeah, motherfucker. I was
Snow
about to say.
Mexican. Oh my god.
You
So
snow beaner, you.
Shit, I'll
my
ask
thing is
permission, no
with
problem.
Christmas is that number one, I mean, you can ask Ashley, like, we do Christmas gifts, but I don't go overboard. I'm not going to go broke. You're not going to get the fucking iPhone, whatever. all that good stuff.
And if you do, then that's
because
all you get.
it's not. I mean, it's very meagerly. What do you want? You might get one or two of the things, and if they want something big, they get one fucking thing, and that's it. And
Heck,
honestly,
When
now that they're grown, I don't give a fuck. Like, why do I got to get y'all shit? Like, you're
We
well,
grown.
and a lot of
Tater's
times, like
so loving with her kids.
when things
we
were
Yes, she
hard, like
is.
I think there was that. I mean, there was one year we didn't like, and now we do it every year as tradition because it was the last year we had Kim. But it was, like we didn't even have money for a Christmas tree, so we literally just cut like wrapping paper in the shape of a Christmas tree and decorated it. We didn't get presents that year, and it was never about presents with us. It was
we
Yeah, because
spending
they
time
had
as
When
a
a
I
broke
family all
when
ass
I was
together.
fucking mama
when I was young,
99% of the time. So they learn real quick. It's all about
we
giving, not receiving.
Yeah,
when
we
I was
and
when
that's
I
always
was
not a
young, my
problem.
parents used to refinance their house for Christmas.
That's wild.
Yeah,
so
nope.
we well that's a lot of refinancing, but
Yep.
we always with M, which granted we have more than I had when I was a kid, so like we try to give her a little bit of something, but like
Uh-huh.
we do she gets two big presents, and one of them is something that she wants and one of them is something that she needs. So like
Yeah.
the need will be
So,
like a bed or something, the want will be like a dollhouse or something, and then
I think
and then and then we get her a book every Christmas because it's like a
Mhm.
tie back to before she was born at her baby shower. We asked everybody not to bring gifts, but to bring like their favorite children's book and like write her a note in it and stuff. And so she's got like a bookshelf with it and stuff. And then we get her a book and we get her an outfit.
yeah,
And
that's the what is it? It's something you want, something you need, something to wear,
yeah,
something to read.
yeah, that's what it came down to. So
Yeah.
M gets 4 gifts, but then for M also we make her for every toy that she gets for Christmas, and we don't even make her anymore because last Christmas she like immediately started digging through her toys and picking them out. But she gives one toy for every toy that she gets, and she can give the new ones or she can give the old ones. It doesn't matter. It's up to her. She gets to pick them, but she has to give a toy to like needy people or
Like Toys for
Goodwill or
Tots or
something.
whatever.
Yeah, Toys for Tots. I was trying to think of the name of it. She has to give a toy to that for every toy that she gets for
Yeah,
Christmas.
and see, like that's good. It gets her in the spirit of giving. Like one of
No,
my
we
friends, and it's not even synonymous with Christmas. Like one of my friends teaches like her kids to just give back like all the time. So I think like for Halloween they ran out of candy, and her youngest son literally went to. They had just gotten back from like trick or treating, and they ran out of candy, and he literally just went and grabbed his bucket of candy he had just gotten and just poured all of it into the candy they were handing out to other kids.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
That's
like
That's
it
cool.
was just, and she didn't tell him to do it. He was just like, they were like, oh, like so sorry, we're out of candy. He's like, no, we have candy, mom. And he like went and grabbed his own candy and like gave it, and it was like really cute.
It's funny. So we started going to a new church, and they always at Sunday school they give the kids a little bag of candy if they're good through it. And M M keeps so like M number one, she's not allowed to have chocolate unless she asks if she can have it. She can't just go grab a bag of M&Ms and rip into them. So she doesn't touch her candy until she's out at the regular church service, and then she's like, "Can I have some of this?" But it's funny because like the little bag that they do, they always put like an airhead in there and some jelly beans. And she's always like, when she comes out, she's got those set aside, and she goes, "I saved these for Daddy,"
Oh,
because she knows that I like jelly beans and airheads.
Nice.
So she always like keeps her candy out, and she won't let Sierra see her bag until she has given me her jelly beans and her airheads.
that's really cute. I love that.
Yeah, Heather says I typically spoil my kid at Christmas because he never asks for anything.
Look, I don't think anybody is wrong for how they choose to interact with their kids at
Yeah.
Christmas. At the end of the day, if you want to buy them a ton of presents, buy them a ton of presents. If you want to say that Santa Claus is real, say that Santa Claus is real. I don't judge any other people for that. I just do shit with my kid the way that I do
Yeah.
it, you know?
Yeah.
And it's
Well,
like
to
my
me, it's one of those things. Is I mean, which people say, well, Jesus or God may not be real, so can't really not going to do that debate. But my whole thing is because even the tooth fairy, like I just figured that you can't lie to your children. If you start
Mm,
lying to them and then all of a
yeah.
sudden you tell them, like, oh, by the way,
But
for the last eight
I
years I've
mean,
been pretending
Speaking
like
of
you're
Tooth Fairy,
Santa Claus.
I guess yeah, technically you're lying, but like it's not that bad of a lie,
I
you
don't
But
know?
I
but
Well,
don't
no,
think,
yeah, it is because
but
A
then
but
lie
But
is a
it's
here's
lie,
the
though.
thing
trust
though.
because
but
Here's
it's
the
then
for
you
like
thing.
tell your kids to always tell the truth,
Like
yet you
I
didn't
get
tell the
that,
truth.
but for me personally, I still believe in Santa. Not like I think he's a real person, but I believe
I was
in the
about to
fact that
say.
like once it's beautiful of when you're a kid you are on the receiving end, and when you grow up,
you
like
get to be
you get to be
Santa.
Santa. You get to like watch the kids like eyes light up of like, oh my gosh, there's a present, and you're just like, and you're not like you're not
That's
doing it for the thanks of like
that's a
thank you mom and dad or whoever. Like it's literally just the joy of giving a gift without.
That's a cope, and you're entitled to it.
I
But
mean
let's not
that's
pretend
fine.
it's anything else. It's that's what people tell themselves so that they don't feel bad about lying to their kids. I agree with Tater 100%. It's
I'm not saying
here's
to lie
here's
to
the
them. Like
thing.
if they ask me is Santa real, I'm not gonna say yeah he's real. But
Here's
like
here's the thing. If I tell you your whole life that if you drive like 20 miles to the west of you, there's a giant wall that will stop you and you will be crushed and destroyed, right? And then one day, eventually, you live your whole life in fear of this thing. You don't want to go close to that direction. But then one day you drive 25 miles and realize that I had lied to you that whole time. You lose trust in me. You end up rethinking several decisions that you made in your life, so on and so forth. A lie is a lie. At the end of the day,
Exactly.
I get it. Like, it is a tradition and you can have fun with it. But at the end of the day, an untruth is a lie. A white lie is a lie. A lie of omission is still a lie. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And the thing is, it's fine to take it however you want to and do what you choose with it, but don't lie to yourself about what it is. And that's why obviously, M just lost her first tooth, and so Sierra played the Tooth Fairy thing and all that and whatever. And me and M were sitting there. She was telling me something. I was like, the Tooth Fairy is not real, right? And she was like, I know. And so it's just one of those things. Like, again, I will not lie to my kid. I'll let her have fun and be a kid. She still plays pretend around Christmas time about like the Santa Claus stuff and everything because she hears other people. And I tell her all the time, like, you're not allowed to tell kids at school that Santa isn't real. But and she hasn't and she doesn't. And it is what it is. But it's like, you also, in those situations, I feel like what people lose sight of, you also have to gauge your kid's maturity. And the thing is, I can be open with M because M actually communicates. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
I can tell her, okay, I'm gonna be real with you. Now let's go back to having fun and playing pretend. You know what I mean?
yeah,
And it's fun. Like, she's good with that. But like, I don't know. I mean, everybody has to gauge their own kids. And I can tell you personally, though, I never did the Santa Claus thing personally because I did not want to deal with the inevitable day that my daughter found out Santa wasn't real and felt like I had lied to her.
but see that's my thing is that like it depends on the kid and it depends on like the person, because I never felt like my parents lied to me, like
Okay.
because they did Santa. Like I remember
And
growing
that's,
up it was like Santa,
yeah,
but it was never like my life is falling, like my parents lied to me this whole time. It was like, okay,
right.
now I get to help like figure out like like keep things secret from my brother. And like, oh, like I remember waking up one time and I think Robert was like putting together Jonathan's big Santa toy, and it was the like Thomas the Train set or whatever. And I saw him like setting it up and I was like, and then the next day I was like, it was Santa or whatever. And it was just like, it didn't ruin anything for me. It like more opened my eyes of Santa was not this figure. It was the spirit of giving, like just to give.
To,
I don't
to
know, like
me,
that's just how I see, like it's more about the
right.
spirit of Christmas rather than like I separate the figure of the man in a red suit, and like I just feel it's like more of the spirit of giving
Yeah.
than really anything. But that's how I, and like if
Yeah.
like when I have kids, that's gonna be how I teach them of
Okay.
Santa is the spirit of giving, not this magical person, you know.
JP's trying to
So
punch in.
my point on the matter is, I see telling kids about the Tooth Fairy and Santa Claus like a little white lie. Yes, it may be a lie, but it's not hurting. It's like when
Fun.
your significant other gets fat and asks, "Does this dress make me look fat?"
And I
And
would
you
say
say
yes.
no.
But my thing is that I don't see it like obviously if they ask, is Santa real? I'm gonna be like, no, he's like, I'm gonna say he's not a real person. He's based on this person that, because Saint Nicholas is a real person that he's based on,
Mm.
and tell them the story of Saint Nicholas and how he went around and gave children gifts, and he did it out of the kindness of his heart, and like tell them the story behind it, not just he's this he's this fat dude in a red
Look,
suit that just
the fat
flies
dude in the
around
red
a
suit.
reindeer. Like it's the thing of if they believe in it on their own, then I'm not going to take that away from them, because children need to be children for as long as they can, because the world will let them know how harsh
when I
everything
stand my
is.
ground.
But
Like
let,
the world will do that for them. I don't need
let
to
me
do that for them.
let me
Let
ask
people
you,
talk.
how does telling kids the truth about Santa Claus keep them from being kids?
Because it's something to believe in. It's something
Why do they have to
magical.
believe in something fake? Why don't we talk about Jesus at Christmas
I'm not
time?
saying that. I'm saying it's something magical. It's because like I don't think anyone
need a
ever. I don't
cilantro
remember
for this
anyone ever
conversation.
telling me
I wish I could have
Cilantro.
a cilantro, but I'm at work.
Look, here's the difference for me. This was the deciding factor to me. This is the literal conversation that I had. I'm teaching my daughter about Jesus. Christmas is about Jesus.
Yep.
When Christmas
Mhm.
time comes up, if I'm going to teach her about one thing that requires faith and another thing that requires faith, I don't want her to find out that one of those things that requires faith is a lie and then start questioning the other thing that I'm asking her to believe in that she has no proof of.
Right. I understand your
I
point
don't
now.
know. I just don't see it as faith in
It
Santa.
is.
Like for
It
me
is faith
personally,
in Santa. It's
because
not for you
that's what
personally
I'm saying is
because
like
you rationalized it. Hold on. It's not faith for you because you rationalized it as, oh, okay, I get to be a part of this. Not every kid does that.
But what I'm trying to say is that like the way I separate
understand
the
what you're
I think we
physical.
understand what you're trying to say.
I
You've
just
been saying
I
it
don't
disagree
feel
for a
like
with
you
while.
are, because that's like the way
No,
you're explaining it to me is
we
not.
understand what
No.
you're saying.
Let
He's
Alpha
talking about
finish.
his point of view, not yours.
I
Yeah,
get that. And
I'm
I'm
allowed
just
to
rebuttaling
disagree.
of my point of view of
No,
like
but
it's not.
okay, I'm telling you why I disagree with you. So yes, it is a rebuttal from my standpoint. That doesn't mean I don't understand what you're saying. It means I disagree with you.
Yeah, but I.
And it's okay
What
for
I'm
people
saying
to
is like
disagree.
you're explaining like you're saying like I disagree because of this, but
Yes,
like your
that's how you
explanation
disagree.
of your disagreement is not how I feel, like
Okay,
how I see the
So you
situation.
agree to
If that makes sense.
disagree.
I
Yeah.
understand how you feel about the situation, though. I just disagree with you.
But you're not you're not understanding.
I am.
I'm not saying you have to agree with me. I'm saying I think you're
I
misunderstanding
never
what I'm trying to
said that.
say.
Okay, and I'm telling you, I'm not misunderstanding what you're trying to say. I just disagree. I understand that you're okay with that, but I'm telling you, I understand what you're saying. I understand your logic. I understand your justification. I
Okay,
just
can you
disagree with all of
explain
it.
to me then my logic? Because I'm the way you're explaining it is not how I see it.
Because he's
If that makes
explaining it in
sense.
a way
Like
that,
that's why
that
I'm
he
saying you're
feels,
misunderstanding
not
me,
the way
because
you
that's
feel.
not what I'm
Because
that's not what I'm saying at all.
I'm explaining to you my reason for disagreeing is the
Yeah,
reason
so
it
just
sounds
explain to
differently.
me how I see it then. Because that's what I'm saying is you're misunderstanding me, because that's not.
I'm not though.
But you are, because
No, I'm not.
the way you're explaining it is not how I'm seeing the situation.
Ashley, you see it as something much bigger than you, much bigger than the interaction between the parent and the child. You see it differently because when you were told that Santa wasn't real, you accepted that and accepted that you got to be a part of the secret and you got to perpetuate it and become Santa metaphorically, along with all the big kids and the adults and everyone else. And it's in that sense, Santa Claus is real as the spirit of Christmas, and you got to join the spirit of Christmas and be a part of Santa, which makes it real. I get that. You don't look at it as a lie because, in a sense, Santa Claus is real. I'm telling you, I disagree with you. I understand what you're saying. I'm telling you, I disagree with you, and that I see it differently. And that's why
everybody
my
has their own.
explanation sounded differently.
Yeah, and everybody has their own
Okay.
opinions, and that's good. So on to the next topic.
No, but I just want to say, like, I was never raised to think Santa was real. Like, I was always taught, Jesus is the reason for Christmas and everything. It was always just more like a joke with us. We all knew that Santa wasn't real, so I'm kind of glad I was raised that way.
I don't lie to Em because I don't want her to doubt the things that I am actually teaching her about that require faith, including Jesus, which I know is the point that you're trying to get, but Jesus is not a lie. And at some point, inevitably, you will realize that.
I don't know,
But-
because I just don't
Are you talking to
see it
me?
as a lie,
Hey.
but I guess that's
No.
where we disagree.
And I agree, we are crackheads, but we're lovable crackheads.
Yeah. Like, that's what I'm saying of, like, I've never, like,
Nice, Lone Wolf.
talked to a child of, like, if they ask me, is Santa Claus real? Telling them, yes, he is a real person. That is a lie. That's where I, like, agree with you. That is not okay.
Yeah.
But, and, like, not, sitting down, like, not having, like, I don't remember my mom ever having a conversation of sitting down of Santa Claus is this real person that gives you like, it was never like a conversation that
You
I was
can't
told
let it
Santa
go,
Claus was
can you,
real.
Ash?
So there wasn't a lie in that. It was that I personally believed in Santa
okay.
Claus.
I consider lies of
Oh, hey.
omission and misleading people to be lies equally. You don't, and that's fine.
No, I'm just saying, like, how easily can you just ruin some kid's Christmas just by telling them Santa's not
Oh, it's crazy. I've seen kids cry about
Right?
that. Like,
Mm-hmm.
literally destroys them to realize. And that's the other thing, too. I want him to know, like, no, mommy and daddy got you this. Like, it's not from some fucking dude who's watching you mysteriously through Christmas tree ornaments. And here's the fucked up thing, too. So I saw an argument a long time ago, and I actually agree with this. If you are going to do Santa Claus with your kids, you should get them a pair of socks from Santa Claus every year. Why? Because the kid's going to go to school and say Santa Claus got them a PlayStation, and then Jimmy's family down the road is struggling to feed Jimmy every night, and Jimmy got a fucking pair of underwear from Santa Claus.
Yeah, I've seen that
And
all over the place of if you're going to do the expensive stuff, make that from mom and dad, and then
yeah.
the small little toy
Yeah,
is from
As long as
Santa,
you got the
because
pouch,
not everybody can
I'm happy.
afford it.
but see, the thing is,
It's jokes, Lone Wolves.
so many parents fuck that shit up for everybody else because like they do like the Xbox, the PlayStation, a fucking 4-wheeler, a side by side, and that's from Santa Claus. And it's like, bro, I'm sorry, like, because my parents told me that Santa Claus was real, and my parents, we grew up. I grew up really poor, and we didn't have a whole lot. My parents tried to make the best gift was for me, and so it was like, yeah, like Santa Claus got me a Game Boy one year. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And like at the time that was fucking huge. But it was like I also wasn't supposed to go to school bragging about anything, which I was never allowed to brag about anything anyway. But that's just one of the things that I think back about that, and it's like, yeah, Santa Claus got me a Game Boy, but Santa Claus got my friend a T-shirt. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Right.
like, I don't know, man.
Jam, mute. You're buzzing. Or somebody is.
I mean, I agree. I mean, that's the
No.
whole thing is I think that as you get older, is what you said, Tyler, is you got really good kids
Yeah.
that deserve a lot of shit that Santa don't bring because we all know Santa ain't fucking real. And then you got these kids that go back and, like you said, Santa got this or that, and you're just like, and then what kind of, like what kind of thing does it make those kids feel like? Like, what did I do wrong? Whatever the case may be, because I wanted a PlayStation,
Yeah,
The only
like that's
And that's the
all
one
over
thing I
the.
just
That's
told my
become like
kid.
the
I mean, like,
new.
I'm not going to say we never played along. I don't think we ever played Santa. I don't think we ever said, "Oh, this is from Santa." I mean, um, but it was also too is don't go tell the truth. Like don't go bust bubbles for other people.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like because,
At
like you
the end
And
of
said,
the
some of
day,
my
kids
it's
take
not
that
a
really
some of my
bad
My,
fondest
thing to
memories were
quote unquote
hearing the
believe
sleigh
in.
bells at night.
Well, like that's my thing is like it's not like why ruin something for them like when it's
why
it's
not?
not a malicious thing, it's not an
Let,
evil like it's
let,
Everybody has different opinions, and it's
yeah.
okay.
let me ask you this though. Why not make it magical for a real reason? You know what I mean? Like, and that's the thing. My daughter does not appreciate or enjoy Christmas any less because she doesn't believe in Santa Claus. She doesn't feel like
I
less of a
didn't say she
kid.
did.
No, I know that, but your implication is that, oh, kids need to be children. Let them have magic. Let them have
I'm
whatever.
saying if they want to if they
Can you
want
hear
to
me out?
believe in Santa, like just like how you tell
Okay,
him not to go telling other
Let
kids
Alpha
not
finish this
to.
point.
but hear me out. Why is my child is not missing out on an avenue of childhood because she doesn't believe in Santa? Because rather than being about Santa Claus, for her, Christmas is a time where we really pay attention to like all the good in the world. We sit
Mm-hmm.
down, we read a part of the Jesus story every day. We do an Advent calendar every day.
Mm-hmm.
um we
Jesus is the reason for the season, man.
and we really like, obviously the holiday time we spend more time with family. Like we spend more time as a family, like reflecting on the world and on good things and positive vibes and everything. The season's not any less magical. She sings carols, she loves the carols, she loves just all this. I watched the Santa Tracker too. That's
Hey,
but
That's
but
just
you know
fun to
what? And
watch.
the
it,
thing
it
is,
also is Jesus. I
and
mean, you look at the story of Christ. They
I'll,
bring the wise men bring
yeah,
him gifts, so you can even tie in getting
But that's what I'm
gifts
saying.
to
and
the
I'm
I'll,
not
season.
saying that
I'll
it's any less magical. All I'm saying is that the children who do want to believe in
Okay,
Santa.
we all agree to disagree.
but
Yes.
so
Fuck
here's
Santa.
this is the last thing, since I didn't get to finish my statement. Like I do want to finish on this. It's like M even lays out cookies and milk the night before Christmas,
Okay,
or on
shut
Christmas
up,
Eve.
Jason. God.
Um
Jason
she,
cracked me up. Anyway,
she even lays out cookies and milk. Her and Sierra bake cookies and she fills up milk. She just knows that daddy's eating and drinking them, not Santa Claus. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like,
and that's
Hey, let's
fine.
go. You get
and she still loves and has fun with all that stuff, just like any other kid at Christmas time. It's
Mm-hmm.
just I don't have to lie to her to get that, and there's never going to be a day where she's like, oh well, all that was pointless, because she's going to be like, oh, I'm just going to make cookies for dad like I have every fucking year. You know what I mean?
yeah.
And she also
I
does the fucking elf
I'm
on the
just
shelf, which
confused
I
about.
hate that
Well,
goddamn thing.
we did the elf on the shelf, but we also do Snoop on a stoop. Okay.
Anyways, I'm just
Ugh.
like I completely agree with your. I'm just confused about like it almost like sounded like you were saying that I was saying she had less of a childhood because she didn't believe in Santa,
No, you
which
No.
I
literally
wasn't.
did say
No,
that,
I
because
said
no. Here,
what I was saying
I
was
Okay,
let
Hear him
children
out.
believe
Hear him
in
okay.
out.
what they want to believe in.
what you said was it's more magical for kids and all this stuff. I get
No,
it.
I
You
just
didn't.
said
You
it's
didn't.
part of the magic.
Okay, you
Let him
can't change
finish.
what you said. You did say that, and
Okay,
what
well then
I'm
that's not what I
saying.
meant. I
Okay,
misspoke.
okay.
Sorry.
Hear me out. When you say that, the implication is that the children who don't have that are having less of a childhood, having less of a magical experience at Christmas. And all I was pointing out is that my kid's not
Okay, well, I'm
having
sorry
less.
because I that's not at all what I meant. But what I'm saying is
Okay.
like, why do you tell M not to tell other kids
That's what I said
that
because you
Santa
didn't
doesn't
have
exist?
Santa. So what are you
Like,
even
if
fucking
no, what?
talking
Hang
about,
on, Mom.
Ashley?
Let me. Why do you tell him not to tell other children that Santa doesn't exist?
Because I'm raising my child, not everyone else's child, and whatever the other parents want to do with their children is up to them. And for
Okay,
some
but that's
people,
what I'm
that's
saying
what
of
they
like
choose to do.
that's literally what I'm saying of just I don't know. Anyways.
I don't think that's literally what you're saying, but I'm content with the okay. Anyways,
Let's move on. New
Please.
topic of discussion.
First, it's the highways. It's Santa Claus. What's next?
I don't know. I don't even know how we
Ash
got
is in a
onto Santa
talkative
Claus.
mood tonight.
Ash is on a roller coaster right now.
I am, and like it makes me mad. Like the reason I'm getting mad at Jason's comments is because I don't like feeling like I'm being misunderstood in a conversation, and it's been my entire life of that way of always feeling like I'm being misunderstood. So I do like to make sure that I clarify that because I don't know how
But
to put into words what I'm feeling on the inside a lot. Like I feel that I have a trouble
Well,
explaining myself in a way that other people can understand me. So I want to make sure I'm being clear.
no, that's
And
fine.
okay,
if
that's
I'm feeling like I'm being misunderstood in a conversation, that
Well,
makes me upset.
yeah.
and that's
Okay.
why
Sorry for quote unquote beating a dead horse. Like,
no, you're fine. That's why I took the time to explain back to you what you wanted me to explain, so that you understood. I am understanding what you say. I'm
and
just
I
disagreeing.
appreciate that. I really appreciate that. I just don't appreciate Jason's comments.
Oh,
Jason is
okay.
making
Well, boo
jokes.
hoo, kiddo. Like, sometimes you can
Hey,
beat a dead you
you
but
didn't
again,
you
sometimes
didn't
you
have that
can beat
energy
a
with
dead
Tech
horse
earlier.
and you get it from your mama. And so it is what it is. So everybody quit hating on my data
You
before
didn't
I gonna start hitting y'all.
you didn't have that energy with Tech earlier. Is
Well,
all
yeah,
I'm saying.
because what Tech was
Well,
saying
because
No,
wasn't
I'm
honestly,
talking
the
to
true.
only
Tater.
reason why I didn't have that energy is when Ashley texted me, she's like, "What you doing?" I said, "We're literally sitting down to eat at Uncle's." And she goes, "Oh," and then she tells me something about Tech is saying that I suck dick for money.
Which he came into the Discord and literally said the same thing again.
yeah.
I don't know what
But
he's doing.
again, my
He
whole
sent me a
thing is
text
because
asking why
he
I banned
said
him.
that
I
he
didn't
was
ban him.
drunk. And when
Yeah.
I could tell, and the thing is, I've learned in my lovely 50 years on this earth, you cannot reason with the drunk. And I am not wasting my time when somebody is clearly that. I
I
mean,
was just having fun
because
poking the
again,
bear.
like, I know you ain't going to say that in front of my face, because if you did, what am I going to do about it? I would have already hit you. So that's all we have to say. Because you just don't
I
say
was just
shit like
letting it
that.
go.
That's just so fucking stupid.
Yeah.
I was
That's right.
I was
ignoring
laughing
it.
about
I
the
mean,
irony of it all.
I was ignoring it because I'm pretty sure Tech had a few too many, and he's probably gonna text me tomorrow, being like, "Dude, I'm so hungover, I don't remember anything last night," and I'm gonna be like, "Yeah, well."
You
Which
said a
I
This
don't
couple
is
agree
what
with the
things.
whole
happened.
thing. I'm not going to say that my child didn't deserve some of that shit because I wasn't here in the whole
Mom, I
conversation or
literally wasn't
whatever.
doing anything.
Yeah, I don't.
But I will say this: as a mother, as a man talking to my child like that, I don't care who you are, the husband, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just
Yeah.
not fucking appropriate. I'm
Right.
sorry.
No,
You've got a wife.
I
Shut the
feel you.
fuck up. Stop. I'm
I'll
sorry. I can't. You know what I'm saying? That's just on anybody, and not just Tech.
I'll
That's
say
on anybody.
it was all pretty unnecessary and pretty unprovoked. I don't know, where it came from, but like I said, I mean, I'm positive that he probably doesn't feel good. See, but people say alcohol is truth serum. That's not. I see your comment, Jason. I disagree with that. Like sometimes, and I'm sure we've all been drunk and said something that we truly do not think or mean.
Well, my thing
Yeah.
is
Yeah. Yeah.
if alcohol is a truth serum and Tech said how he really feels, if he really feels like I'm a hoe, then what have I given off that I am a hoe to make him feel
Nothing,
that way?
Nothing.
which is why you shouldn't. Like again, alcohol is not a truth serum. It's
That's what I'm
very much
saying. I'm like,
Like I
like
said, Tech doesn't believe anything on the internet is real. So
well, that's not true.
he just
But I
clowns when
mean,
he's on it.
like again, well, like I said, but as a mother, I just you're not. I'm a mom, and if I
Yeah.
feel my kid's being attacked,
No,
Yeah, Mama
and
Bear
Well, I
comes
and
mean,
up.
she's saying she's being attacked. I mean, and
yeah,
not. I mean, that she didn't say come save the day. She's like, you need to come tell Tech off because he's drunk or whatever. And I'm like, anyway, so that's the only reason why I didn't stay is because number one, I couldn't have the voice up, and two, we were about to eat and it's rude, so I wasn't going to
yeah.
do that.
No,
But
I mean, it was. I don't. It wasn't like I said. It's not a truth serum thing.
Right.
I've literally never liked when people say that because it's like, no, you definitely
no,
say
it's
shit
just
you
a
don't mean.
stupid serum, is what it is, and then they're gonna be apologetic tomorrow, like, oh shit, I don't remember,
Your
and we're supposed to fucking
anti-filter
forget what
It's
serum.
the hell
that.
they say,
It's
No,
that
It
and it
lowers
over.
goes,
inhibitions and
oh,
makes you say
it's
things
because
that
you're
you regret
drunk.
afterwards.
It's that
Well,
overconfidence.
you're fucking 35 years old. You should
Well,
know by
it's
now that you can't get shit faced. I'm sorry.
not only
And
the
reap the
overconfidence,
consequences.
it's more of like it removes your filter.
Yeah.
It makes you do things that you wouldn't normally do, which then again Tech would probably still do that. It
What do
just
you mean?
was
Whatever. He would
tenfold,
normally
you
do
know, when he's
that.
drunk.
Yeah.
But
here's
yeah, he
what I
just
think.
like he
I,
came
I
into the
think.
thing and he just started talking shit about Alpha, and
I
then he
think.
was just like, Ash, you're a bitch ass hoe or
Well,
something like that.
so here's the thing. He started talking shit about Jason at first, and Jason
Yeah.
didn't say anything back. Then he started talking shit about me, and I didn't say anything back. Then he started talking shit about you, and you said something back. So
I think I just laughed about it. I was like, that's pretty
yeah,
ironic because he
but
called
you
me a
but
hoe.
but
You
you
you did
acknowledged
you did
it. You got
acknowledge him and talk some, and
you got to think
I
about
jumped
this.
in talking with him to try to direct him off of you
Yeah.
because I can
Oh, I
take the
didn't
shit.
care. Like I wasn't like feeling attacked. I was find it funny because it was just like all
Okay.
the stuff
How
that he
how
was
you
saying
felt
was
about it isn't the important part. What you got to remember is Tech is a troll, and
that's what I'm saying.
when it comes to like somebody drinking, it will again. You don't have your normal boundaries, and
Heather.
normally Tech would troll until he realizes it's not funny to anybody,
Hmm.
and then he'll
Hmm.
move on. But
Hmm.
he didn't have that barrier, and so
Right.
he kept going.
Thank
You know.
you. I appreciate that, Heather, because again,
I
because I
know.
even said,
My
like I
favorite
just
little
said,
ash
my
hole.
kid probably freaking said some shit or
No, I
did
literally
whatever.
didn't say
I'm not even
anything.
going to take it
I just
out.
responded to him.
But then again, I'm not going to have you talking to my daughter like that. Like,
Yeah, it
fuck
was
that
getting a
shit. Who
bit
the hell
like
do you think you are?
at first it was funny, but then it was getting a bit redundant because I was just like, okay, like
Yeah.
go
It
to
it
sleep.
gets it gets redundant, but the more you reply to somebody in that situation, the more
They're
it's
gonna talk.
all
Yeah.
on.
Yeah.
I mean, that's how it goes.
Hi,
That's
Dan
why
Houdini.
even when
Well,
Jay
and that's why I
started
said I've
responding,
learned you cannot reason with the drunk. They're not going to remember anything tomorrow, so you might as well
That's
just
why I
save your fucking
screenshotted
energy.
it. I screenshotted because I think at one point he said he
Oh, he ain't going to
himself.
care.
No,
well,
that's what I'm saying. But like, just of like, hey, Tech, like, what's this about?
then you made a mistake as well, Jason. My bad. I was trying
But
to
I don't
assume
even
that you
know how
didn't.
are you supposed to know that they're fucking like drunk, you know? Because sometimes freaking Tech just is mean to be
Oh
mean.
no,
Oh yeah.
Like he
he
just
did come in. He
he's
came
like,
in
I'm
out.
shit faced.
He came in out the gate. His very first comment when he joined was, "I'm shit faced and or I'm drunk as fuck, and Jason is gay as fuck."
Yeah,
Yeah.
or something like
Yep.
that.
well, see, there's a lie in the latter part, so maybe he was lying.
I mean, yeah.
Maybe.
And then he said Ash is a hoe, and I was like, it's ironic that you say that, or something like that. Or I think I said I'm the exact opposite.
No, no, you should have just said
You had
that.
a little bit of a back and forth with him over that, and because you responded, he kept on it.
No, I know,
Next
and that's
time,
why I kept responding because I was poking the bear.
Would you quit?
next
Well,
time,
stop, because
just
sometimes
say
that's
no you
annoying.
all the
Well,
time.
yeah, after a while it did get annoying, so I stopped. That's why I stopped and just focused on the music. And then he disappeared. I think he
And
passed out.
and what Fireman said is true. He did warn everybody he was going to be drunk today.
Yeah, but see, sometimes I don't know. It just.
Like, why? Like, I just don't get why
I mean, I'm
people
not even going to
choose to
say
get drunk.
why. Like, I get it. Like, if you're going to be drunk,
I don't.
okay, get around your buddies to get drunk, whatever. Okay, I'm not even going to say that. But, like, that still doesn't give you an out to be dicks to the people. Like, even if he warned us, that still doesn't give you a right to fucking be
And
a
that's
dick.
exactly what
I'm
Tyler had said.
sorry.
Of just
I
so you
mean, that's
know,
just
like,
is what
yes,
it
you're
is.
drunk, but just so you know, what
Drunk
you
or
say
not.
when you're drunk, or it's to the people who you still talk to when you're sober, it could come back to bite you.
Yeah.
So
Well,
be
I mean,
careful
this
of what
is
you say
from
when you're
somebody you
drunk.
can ask Ashley. I have a habit of picking addicts, okay, or drunks. So I
She
have
knows.
learned
She
to
knows how to pick
just
them,
not
guys.
even entertain it. I mean, again, my ex, he would love to, the next day forget about it. Like, oh, well, I was drunk. I forgot about it. And he'd say he's
Yeah.
sorry. And then we're just all supposed to just go on like everything was fucking hunky dory. And, like, I'm sorry, sober Robert has to pay for drunk Robert's actions. Whether you like it or not, it is what it is. I mean, and so I don't have excuse. I mean, I can't deal with excuses when it comes to behavior like that. I
Yeah,
don't care if I'm sorry. I mean,
that's
and
why
that's
I
just
can't
my
stand
issue. That's
alcohol,
my
because it
issue.
ruins lives. I don't get it. I
Well,
also
there's good
don't
and
find
bad
it
with
enjoyable. I
alcohol.
think it tastes disgusting. I'm like, why do people choose to drink? Like, this is disgusting. Like, why are you actively choosing to drink something that is gross?
There's a way to make it taste good.
Well,
There's good that happens with alcohol too, because like it said, it lowers inhibitions. You tend to be
So
more fun, more relaxed,
Not
and things
always,
like
because
that.
I know a lot of
I
people who become mean and
Well,
aggressive when they're drunk.
I think
well, that's people that
chocolate.
don't know how to hold
I
hold their
think
liquor.
chocolate is gross. Is it reasonable for me to ask you why you eat it?
Yeah, I'd say so.
No, it's not.
But also, I don't feel that chocolate makes people kill other people. Like,
Okay, alcohol does not make people kill other people.
I
People get
mean,
drunk and then kill other people.
yeah, they're already
That's
fucked
not
in the head.
they already had that capacity. Let's be real.
well,
Not
that's not. I'm
every
not saying like, but that's what I'm
like
saying.
it's just like saying
It
guns
causes
kill
people
people.
to do things that cause other people harm. I don't feel like eating a bar of chocolate causes anybody harm.
And guns
Well,
don't
it
kill
can
people. It's mostly
if
the
they're
bullets.
diabetic.
It can, just like
Mm-hmm.
alcohol
Well,
can.
yeah, but that's you yourself doing it to yourself,
That's
not
you
doing it to
yourself
someone
doing the
else.
thing with alcohol too. Stop
No,
trying to
because
change the
the
goalposts
people
on
who
everything I say,
yes, you're
Ashley.
right. Whenever you drink, that you're doing it for yourself. But then when your decision after you take that drink affects other people, if you get behind a car, if you pull out a gun at a party and shoot somebody, that affects other people. Me eating a bar of chocolate does not affect you, Tyler.
I think you just brought it pretty far.
If
It
you're a
does.
diabetic and you eat chocolate, it makes you sleepy. And if you get behind the wheel of a car, you will definitely kill somebody because you'll fall asleep at the wheel and run into somebody.
Or
So
maybe
it does have some of the
I
same
don't feel
things.
like
maybe I'm allergic to peanut butter and you ate a Reese cup next to me.
And there's that too.
There's so many places this can go.
Like,
anyways.
I mean, if you
Well, we
want to
found our
change
next topic to argue about.
if you want to keep changing goalposts on me, I'm just gonna keep chasing the rabbit holes.
Oh, that's fine. I get that. But I'm saying, like,
Here's the thing. People are accountable for their actions.
Yes.
Sober, drunk, high, it doesn't matter. People are accountable for their actions.
yes.
You
Yes.
choose what you do, you get to live with the consequences. It's just like eating a bar of chocolate, taking a drink, whatever the case may be. This isn't that complicated. Yes.
Yes.
You do the thing, you get to live with what comes out of the thing.
Mm-hmm.
But no, to say that people uncontrollably kill people or whatever. I know, before you cut me off, that's not what you said. You didn't say the word uncontrollably, but you did say that it makes people kill people, and no, it doesn't. It absolutely doesn't. I've been drunk a lot of times. I've killed 0 people while drunk.
Well, that's not what I meant.
That's,
Again,
it doesn't matter.
I get
He
that,
knows
Tyler.
and he
This is
said
what
that.
I'm saying is that I don't know how to put into words like my actual thoughts, and I end up saying the
understand.
wrong thing,
What
and
you
then it
were
gets
talking about-
misconstrued.
Yes, I understand. You were talking about it lowering inhibitions. That is what alcohol does.
Well,
It lowers inhibitions.
not only like the person drinking, but just having alcohol in a situation like present changes things in a situation. Like I was telling my friend Megan, she literally was at a party. She herself wasn't drinking but there was alcohol around the party, and a fight broke out, a gun was pulled, and she got shot.
So let me
If
ask
the
you a
alcohol
question.
wasn't there, the fight probably still would have happened, and she probably still would have gotten shot.
No, I don't think so, because the fight was, I'm pretty sure, about alcohol.
Well, that's a real stupid thing to fight about.
True.
But no, the people who did that still had the capacity to do those things.
Yes,
Their
I know.
inhibitions may have been lowered, absolutely, but again, is alcohol for everyone? Absolutely not. Has one thing about your interaction with me changed because I've had alcohol tonight? Absolutely not. So alcohol itself does not change the situation.
Comedy Chick-fil-A.
I agree with you, Lone Wolves.
Like, I don't know. I also feel like it's sad that alcohol is the only substance. I mean, it's an addiction. Like, it's
There's not.
honestly, it should
It's
be
not the
illegal, but
only
that's the whole thing.
substance people get addicted to, though.
That's not what I'm saying. I didn't finish my.
She was going to say something about it being
Anyways,
the legal one.
that people have to explain why they don't do it or use
You
it.
don't
Like,
have to explain why you don't do it. I've never once asked someone for an
well,
explanation.
you
for why
personally,
they
but I'm
don't drink.
saying like you personally, but I've constantly, like, I'm like, oh,
You
I don't drink.
have to
Why?
explain it to anybody.
I'm
I'm
not saying you
sorry
have
to
to,
tell
but you
you.
get asked. Like,
You
if
may get asked, but that's
if I
on you
say I
on whether
don't do
you explain it
cocaine,
or not.
nobody asks me why. If I say I don't do meth,
Well,
nobody asks me why.
It
But every
depends.
time I say I don't drink, like 8, or not, maybe not 9 times, but a lot of the time, people are like, "Oh, why don't you drink? Is it because you're so, like?" I'm like, I don't need.
I get
I
asked
just
all
don't
the
want
time
to.
why I don't smoke weed.
Yeah, that's the circle of people that you're around, because honestly, like, I can tell you, in some circles of people, they are going to ask you why you don't smoke, why you don't do coke. Like, they're gonna ask you why you don't do X, Y, and Z, because again, that depends on the circle of people that you're around. The circle of people you're around apparently drink. They ask you that. I drink. I don't ask anyone that. I don't give a fuck if another person. My wife doesn't drink. She drinks like once every couple of months, you know?
Yeah, I don't drink often, but when I do drink. But it's one of those things that if I don't feel like drinking, I tell people I just don't feel like it.
Yeah.
And that's on me to tell them whether or not I feel like telling them. I've
Yeah.
had times where people have asked me and I say, I just don't feel like telling you.
Yeah.
Why I don't
Shouldn't
drink.
have said have to. Sorry. Again, like,
Right, we understand.
using the wrong words.
No, we understand. I'm just
Understand what you're saying.
we're giving our perspective on it.
Get that you under. Yeah. Okay. Anyways.
You get that they don't understand, or what? Huh? Like, I'm just honestly kind of confused here.
I am very self-critical about myself. So if I feel like I'm not explaining myself in the way that I want to explain myself, I get very mad.
I'm adamant about, when I already know what someone is saying, cutting them off if I already know where they're going with the sentence. So don't take it as,
No, I do the same thing.
like, I'm not, but you understand what I'm saying? Like we hit a
Yes.
certain point in some of these explanations where I'm like, yes, but I know where you're going, Ash. Like
Yes,
we can
'cause
we
I-
can speed it up and skip this part. You know what I mean?
Because I get
Damn
I
it,
get the
it's
same way,
wrong
but it's one of
button.
those things like where it's like other people, like you can do it to other people, but you don't like it being done to you. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I'm one of those people, and it's very annoying. Believe me, I know. I'm working on it, but I don't know. It's a lot that I'm working on in therapy, of getting over like my self-loathing and my self-criticalness and all that stuff.
How much do you pay for therapy?
I don't pay anything.
Well, you got free therapy?
Have a good night, Tater. Happy Independence Day.
I want some free therapy.
Well, it's because the guy that is my therapist, or I guess he's technically not a therapist, but he's a doctorate student doing an internship, so he's getting like experience and all that stuff. So that's why he can
Dude,
offer
your therapist isn't qualified. That's going to extend your therapy by like 10 years.
Well, that's fine, because he's I would love to work with him for 10 years because he's an amazing person. But he works underneath a licensed psychiatrist or psychologist, to make sure that he's giving the right level of care and
Psychologists are the
stuff.
good ones. They can give drugs.
Yeah,
That's
psychologist.
the psychiatrist. Psychologists don't give drugs. They just refer you to the psychiatrist. They can give drugs.
No,
So you meet your
psychologists don't give
psychiatrist for the
drugs.
first time. You give out drugs, right?
Mhm.
Well, yeah, I mean, he can. I just wanted to try and see if I could work on it on myself because I don't want to have to rely on a drug for it. I mean, it's okay if you do, but it's one of those things
Okay.
that, you know.
Yep. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
So about ATRL.
That was a great ATRL.
I think
I
we
enjoyed it.
ended on a banger.
You
I
guys
like
are
it.
right. Psychiatrists give drugs, not psychologists. My bad.
I know. I said I went to school for psychology. That's why I know.
Well, it doesn't matter. Unless you got your master's degree, you couldn't have given drugs anyway.
True.
Isn't it like a psychiatrist tells you what or like tells you what's going on, and then a psychologist tells you how to fix it?
A psychologist listens and tries to help you through your problems. A psychologist will go ahead, or a psychiatrist will go ahead and listen and tell you, "Oh, yeah, you have this wrong with you. You need this medication."
I've talked to both of them. I will tell you the smartest of the two that I ever talked to in college when I was taking psychology classes was definitely a psychologist.
Yeah.
But as far as who can give drugs, I don't know. I've seen
Yeah.
both
Oh,
of them, and both of them have recommended drugs to me, which, according to Google, psychologists can occasionally give drugs. So I don't. Apparently,
Like
I'm just wrong
prescribe
about.
them.
Yeah, but psychiatrists are typically the ones because they're also trained in medicine.
Yeah.
Yeah, usually what happens when a psychologist thinks that a patient needs drugs, he consults with a psychiatrist and gives his notes to the psychiatrist for confirmation that their diagnosis is correct, and then will prescribe the medication.
You should
themselves.
consider you should consider yourself blessed then, Heather. That sounds like a blessing. I don't understand what you're
What?
complaining about. I think she came in. I think she came in while I was singing. I can't
Oh.
remember
Yeah.
what I was singing, but it wasn't a great rendition. Mm.
I know she came in while you were singing. I don't remember the song you were singing, but it was something that you could sing along with because it was that easy to sing along with.
Probably Kid Rock. We did a lot of Kid Rock, and I sang along with a lot of it.
Right. It might have been Picture.
Good times, come on.
I saw your picture today.
Oh, you're about to drive her
wonder
off, man.
where you been. I can't look
Like I said, I
at
despise
you.
that song because of how many times I've heard it butchered in karaoke.
Let's groove tonight.
Jim, shut up. Nothing.
Fucking what?
I love that.
Not
Yep,
a
I was
single
right.
love that
song.
song.
Not
I
a
love
single
that
song in the
song.
world sounds good with a Canadian accent.
That's not. I was speaking normally.
I'm a Barbie girl in a Barbie world.
Hey.
Fantastic.
I mean, at least it wasn't It's Raining Men.
You can braid my hair
Braid my hair.
and take me anywhere.
Anyway.
I swear.
Come
So
on,
long,
Barbie.
so.
Hey,
Hold
dude,
on,
I'll be your hype man.
Come on, Barbie. Let's go party.
Yeah.
Funny story though, like really quick because my brain won't let me move on until I tell you all this story
Damn you.
about my like the psychologist versus psychiatrist thing.
gonna
I
help
went
you
to
more than
both
yours.
when I was like 15 or something, and I told both of them the same story of like this time that I tried to like take my life, but I ended up instead of taking like I was trying to overdose, but instead of taking like something that would kill me, I ended up taking women's vitamins. It was the whole thing. It was funny, but so I
Bye,
told my
Heather.
psychologist, and she
Bye,
laughed and was like,
Heather.
"Okay, like that's kind of funny." But then I told my psychiatrist, and he just looked at me like I was fucking nuts. Like, yeah, it was funny. But so I kind of feel like that's a testament to the differences of like the psychologist can. At least
But It's
mine.
Raining Men, Heather, is your current alarm tone.
JJV, I am sure that you have heard Tyler sing the Lorraine song. He's got some pipes.
I can sing like an angel when I want to, but not when I'm singing the Barbie girl song.
Not when you're half drunk.
Okay, everybody that was in ATRL, how shocked were you at Alpha's song?
I don't know what song you're talking
Like
about.
on a scale of 1 out of 10,
Yeah.
like a 1. Was I supposed to be shocked?
No, I thought there would again be a good amount of people that were shocked by it.
Ash, that
Like
was
shocked how
better.
good
really,
it was, or
really
shocked
good.
that
Yeah.
it was like shocked
Yeah.
how good it was?
Yeah.
I mean, I wasn't shocked. I know he's talented. Like, I wouldn't say shocked.
I mean,
Ash just became my favorite person in here.
when I first heard it, I was actually shocked because it didn't sound like anything I've ever heard from it.
I feel like you're trying to say it as a compliment, but that seems like an insult.
When I first heard it last night, I was very surprised. It was good. It is
Okay,
good.
Heather. It was a pleasant surprise, though.
I mean, it's a good song.
Yeah, it is.
It'll be a better song once it's actually mixed.
Y'all are some friends, man. Like, you just
I know,
like,
right?
wow, like I didn't know he could. Like, yeah, I knew he could sing. Like,
I
I'm not
just never
shocked
heard
that
Tyler
he's
do that.
talented.
He's probably done
Lone
tons of
Wolves,
stuff
you haven't
like
been
that, and I
around
just
much
haven't
lately,
heard
have
it.
you? Everybody says I suck up to Tyler.
Oh,
Here we go.
what is suckering up? I don't think I've ever heard that. Suckering up?
I think he meant to say puckering up.
Sucking up,
Sucking
I
up,
think is what
yeah.
he meant.
It probably auto-corrected or some shit.
It's just rap, guys. I've been rapping for a long time. I just don't do it much anymore, okay?
But yeah, I mean, like, I enjoyed it. Like, I don't think I was like, oh my god, what? Like.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, I mean,
was I supposed to be shocked?
No,
I was
just asking
a
what people
secret
thought.
that he can spit a few bars? Like, is that like not known?
Some of that stuff in the past was not so good. Listen,
Oof.
My heart wasn't in it. I that's kind of what I was talking about. Like, I'm cool with a couple of like spoken and drinking songs, but a whole album, my heart doesn't go in the whole album. You know what I mean?
I feel you.
I mean,
it's just like I said, when I heard it, the tonality and everything, it kind of shocked me because I hadn't heard you on a track like that before.
Sure.
So I was pleasantly surprised and grinning from ear to ear.
Sure.
Oh, he's in love, Tyler.
It's different. It's different from a lot of stuff that I've done that you guys have heard.
Yep.
I think Jay is in love.
No. I'm divorced. I don't love.
You can still love after divorce.
Yeah,
Jay.
you can definitely still love after divorce.
Not at the point I'm at right now.
No, you're just not opening yourself up to it.
And I will always love you.
So, I don't mean to break this to you, Tyler, but I think you're a little sharp. Just a little.
A little.
Just
a little.
The funny thing is, I do shit like that, and people give me. I know before you say that's not what I was saying.
No, I wasn't gonna say that. I know you do it intentionally.
How did I know what you were referring? You don't think I heard those songs? You don't know that I had my own thoughts about it? Like, there's a reason I only play like 3 of them when I'm on my streams. Okay, like, come on now.
Okay.
No, like they're just not. I'm not knocking. I enjoyed the project. I like the project and everything, but no, like,
right.
How I know my
at one time, like if I'm gonna kill you. At one time, if I'm putting a project together, I might make a song that talks about drinking, but I'm not gonna make 5. You know what I mean? It's like, drinking song, done. Next song. Like, new topic. So no. Like 100%. Like
Taylor Swift and all of her relationships.
My heart doesn't stay in a same topic through a whole project. You know what I mean? Like, and that's just me being real. And I can be real about what I did. There are a couple of songs that I really like what I did. on that album, like 100%. I really like what happened on Stand Still. I really like what happened on Black Magic. I really like Wobbling. And also, you'll notice all three of those songs have very different topics.
Right.
I didn't like the mix on fucking sand.
Quicksand.
Quicksand. I didn't
Quicksand.
like the final mix on Quicksand, but we had to finish it when we did it.
Mhm.
So I didn't necessarily, I mean, I liked aspects of all the other songs and everything, but like we kind of like there were parts of it too that we just kind of rushed to get it out on 420, you know.
Mhm.
I would have probably went back and mixed my vocals a little bit different on Smoke With Me.
That's still like my favorite song.
Yeah, I know it is. And you'll notice that every time you've ever told me that, I've been like, yeah, I don't know. Like,
I know.
because again, I don't like my vocal mix on that one. But again, that was another one when we were kind of coming down to the wire that I was like, well, but we gotta be done. So you know,
If
it's
you'll notice, everyone else was like, "That's fire," and I was silent. Heather. Oh.
yeah, no, 100%. I don't take it as hate. Like I said, I mean, I can be honest with shit. Now,
Yeah.
the ones that I really like, I do like Black Magic. I feel like Black Magic was a really good song. I feel like Stand Still was a really good song. And I feel Wobbling was and is my favorite song from the album. Like, Wobbling was a really good song. It was different,
That's
but it
my
was a
number
really
two.
good song.
But what was the name of the song that you showed us?
Well, you forgot.
I don't
because
think you
I
never
didn't
said
tell
the
you.
name.
Huh?
You forgot because I didn't tell you.
Oh. Well, I didn't
That's what I
know
was
if I
saying.
like came in before or after like you had told us. Or...
No,
he just said it's an unreleased track. Don't worry
Oh.
about the mix because it's gonna get mixed.
Okay.
yeah, it's just not mixed right now. But yeah, but no, the album's gonna be neat because it's a lot of different things. It's a
I'm
lot of
excited to
different
hear it.
concepts and stuff. There's that one. I mean, Dark October is gonna go on the album just because there's a version of it that isn't the one that I released that I think is a lot better and is a lot stronger. I know that everybody feels ways about Dark October and it is what it is. But I made Dark October in a very specific vein for a specific vibe. And not everybody likes horrorcore. You know what I mean?
Right.
As far as it goes, here's the thing. For a horrorcore song, Dark October is a fantastic horrorcore song.
Right.
But not everybody likes fantasy violence and made up stories and whatnot. But I like that song a lot.
Since you brought it up, did you ever record the lines for JJP?
No, I haven't yet.
Okay. Just figure I'd throw that out there so that you didn't have a chance to ask.
I don't think I brought it up, but no, I probably will tomorrow though, because I've had my DAW up a few times in the past few days, and I was going to earlier today, but I did not. But I probably will soon.
Jim, there's a question for you.
Bubba, where's the feeling low? Waiting for my friend to email it to me. He's just been busy as fuck. He works night shifts too, and he said he'd get it to me when he's ready, like when he has a moment. Because he works far away from his home, so often he has to stay the night, and he's been busy all week. But I'll get him to you as soon as he sends them to me.
I'm hearing voices. I don't know why that song just popped into my head.
Because he was talking about low.
Yeah, but that's not that song. How did you feel about my Dark October song, Heather? You were gone during that time. Did you like it?
Because I feel like that would be a song that Heather might like. Definitely a lot more than Stone Sober.
Right. Just waiting for her to respond. I know she's at work, but
No, you're good. I'm hitting that point where I'm realizing that I'm tired of shit.
nah, I feel you.
So I kind
We
of
have been live for almost 2 hours, and you were live for 6 before that, so I feel you.
That's a whole work day. That's 8 hours.
Yep.
Oh, stimmt.
My bad, Jason.
Good for you, Tyler.
Taking me high, taking me high.
I had to wait outside. I got locked out of the house because I
Well,
was
you should
staying with my
listen to it.
sister. And then I got home, and then my godmother and her ex-husband, like, he lives here or whatever. It's a whole thing. But he wasn't here, and she was at work, and he had locked the door. And they don't have an extra key. So I had to stay out in my car for like 7 hours. And I got stung by a wasp.
Ouch.
And yeah, I've just had a day. And it was like 105 degrees today.
Do you want to
That
play it
all
out?
that all sounds real shit. No, hell no, not if she's never heard it. I don't want her to hear it on StreamYard,
Yeah.
Good
Okay.
point.
bro. I want her to actually fucking have a chance at enjoying the song. I don't want her to hear it through StreamYard's shitty fucking compression.
I understand.
You know what, Jason? It's because he doesn't like you. That's why. So stop.
That's
Just stop
not
asking
why.
him to do lines.
That's not why I've got to do the lines. It's just I've had like a weird spark of productivity, and when they hit, it's hard for me not to.
I love those sparks, man.
Yeah, it's on Spotify.
Your mom.
Yeah, it's kind of like when nature calls. You got to do it when you're inspired.
So I be getting this sick melody in my head. You gotta write that down.
Yeah, no, it's very much, but it's actually been a blessing because I spent so much time not working on like music of mine, and by so much time I mean however much time passed between 2023 and 2007. So,
Right.
you know, I spent a good chunk of time not actually spending any time on my own shit.
Heather says she'll check it out and she'll be honest.
Dang. She's gonna fucking kick me while I'm down. She's gonna make me quit. I'm not gonna quit. But
Yeah, please don't quit.
no, it's you know, it's shit like that. So stuff like Dark October, that's honestly my biggest comfort zone because that's the shit that I used to make. And then probably next would be definitely just go into like rap stuff like the song I played earlier.
Right.
There's
Jason
a few.
JJB is acting like a 14-year-old girl that's like being ignored by her boyfriend. Like, you're such a little bitch, Jason.
What happened?
Like, pay attention to me. Please, I get ignored.
This is why Tech was mean to you earlier.
Yeah, there is.
There you go. Those karmic points. I do think I'm gonna jump to bed though, because I just realized I'm sleepy as shit. Like,
I mean, it is 4 a.m., so like,
yeah, it's 4 a.m. So I woke up at 8 a.m.
nice,
Did
20
like
hours.
all the Independence Day stuff, and then I took a nap from like 5:30 to 6:30. So
you've been awake for 19 hours.
well, I took a nap in the middle of it.
That's
so
what I'm saying. That's why I
got
said
like
19 and not 20.
Yeah, I got like a slight recharge right before the stream, but
Power nap.
yeah. The stream is
Those are the
stream
best.
is weighing on me because it turns. I mean, that's the thing. I don't realize sometimes when I'm live for 6 hours and then I come here for like 2, that like that's fucking 8 hours. You know
Yep.
what I mean?
Yeah. Yep.
You want to know
Not really.
something even crazier about
What's that?
myself? Literally, I think it was last week Wednesday, so probably exactly a week ago or something. But I was on Among Us, and I woke up at 9 and got on Among Us. I was like, I'm just gonna play a few games. I played all day, and I stopped playing at 3 a.m. So from 9 a.m. to 3 a.m. I was playing Among Us.
That's just too much.
It was
That is way too much.
Way too much.
Yeah, that was fun though.
But yeah, Geminator joined me for some of it.
Wow.
It was awesome.
Y'all can't join Sunday, but y'all can join y'all's. Okay,
Is this
I see.
confidential connections? Like, what's up with y'all?
No,
I am here every
literally
Sunday.
invite y'all all the time. Nobody ever wants to play.
Sunday's not the stream anymore unless people here's the thing, unless people get together and then invite me, Sunday ain't the fucking Among Us stream anymore. It's
Hey,
Friday.
I was ready to go
Right.
on Sunday.
Well,
The last few weeks I have been a bit busy with
that's cool.
my life going to shit.
That's cool. Once you're ready enough that you've got some friends with you, then you can invite me and we'll do a stream on Sunday.
Well, yeah, she's got a Discord now, right?
Yeah, but it's not like, oh, I guess we could do like
No.
voice chat.
You can invite me in my Discord.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
I'm not.
These are people who talk in
I'm
chat.
tapped out. I'm just saying this for everybody's notice. I'm tapped out. I'm not joining additional Discords.
Yeah, you're good.
And
You don't need to join mine.
And if I'm in somebody's Discord and I leave, don't take it as a slot. It's just I'm in way too many and I don't pay attention to any of them.
Yeah, I've cut mine down to just a handful.
Right.
Yeah. I'm about to start leaving a bunch.
But even as Geminator, like all the people that so I go by Ash on there or whatever. They call me Ash Ketchum because I'm just collecting
really?
people like Pokemon.
You don't say.
It's funny. But yeah, so I just every lobby I'm in, I find like a few good nuggets of people and then I add them to Discord and now we have like a little gang going on.
Well, we only have 2 viewers now, according to YouTube. So I think the 2-hour mark is good. We can shut it down and let Alpha go to sleep.
Okay.
I'm going to sleep regardless. You don't have to shut it down for it, but I am going to sleep.
Yeah.
No, I understand, but I'm getting kind of tired myself.
Me too.
Hey Ash, you want to watch an episode of Shorzy?
Look at that gay.
Sure.
Bet.
I love connection at ATRL.
Casual connections, baby.
That's how we
Love
do
to
it.
see it. When Ash and Jim end up married,
Hey, don't go there,
point back to
bud.
this moment.
Don't go there, bud.
Don't go there.
No,
When won't we go there when you tell us don't go there?
If you want to watch an episode, I'm down.
That's fine.
Well, y'all have fun. Like I said, we're down to 1 viewer, and I'm gonna end it.
Yay! Good night, y'all.
Have a good one.
See ya.